Live, baby. Welcome to Crafting a Chat episode. Oh God, 159. Is that right? Is that right,
That's my
Kevin?
middle name. And that's also Kevin's middle name, Kevin 159.
Kevin
Last name.
159. Kevin, we always
Kevin
wondered why your name
159.
was Kevin 159. It's 159. Cool.
Because I live for this moment. After this episode, I'm dead.
It's August 29th. Kevin, your name changes constantly. Next week you'll be 160. Don't ask.
He files
Yeah.
the $50 payment every week to continuously change his name.
Oh yeah, that would suck. That would suck. Kevin, you really should look into keeping like 200 or something.
Who says I pay?
Oh.
Oh.
Genesis and Decinoto, we don't know where they are. Genesis hasn't communicated anything. Knowing him, he probably won't show up.
The only person he's allowed to
Decinoto.
communicate with is with
Is there a
his
problem
lawyer
with the
tonight.
freaking table? Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin. Hey, don't make jokes. All right.
There's no jokes. The law is serious. So
But,
by the FBI.
Decinoto's on. He's just not in the party. Not quite sure what's going on there, but honestly, that's not too far off from where we're normally at. Oh, there he is. There's Decinoto. What the hell, man?
What the hell?
Yeah, man.
You got online on time, but you're now 3 minutes late. You're usually old
3 minutes.
reliable.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All reliable himself.
Hell,
Who's that?
even what's his face beat you here.
Who the heck knows?
Kevin, what do we call him?
What? Clue.
Even Clue's here.
Yeah, I've been here on time.
Clue jumped in
Clue?
like 2 minutes before.
Clue as in Blue's Clues?
That's
No,
right.
just Clue. Yeah, okay,
I
sure.
am the clue, but not blue.
Ba-da-dee-da-ba-die. All right, Genesis is in the house.
Thank you.
Whose house?
He's in my house.
He's
Yeah,
in his.
put him
Oh,
there.
Jesus Christ.
Gosh,
I'm in
check your
everybody's
back.
house.
He's in that little corner behind the radiator. Oh God, I remember.
Genesis was late too, so I don't know what the hell is going on there, but
He's a squeaky toy. He's adorable.
There's no
Squeaky
Go
squeak.
hear
toy corner.
Genesis Squeaky. It's coming to the merch shop
So-
next week.
Yeah, everybody get ready for the merch drop.
Yeah,
Crafting Chat
merch
merch.
The merch is just gonna be me sitting at this table with no one here, because everyone was late today except Clue, who's not even
That's
on this
right.
cast.
I'm a founding member. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I know you are in a way, but I don't understand a lot of things that
Do
are
not
happening.
quote the old language to me, for I was there when it was
Oh,
written.
for he was there when it was written.
Yeah, Clue is here for
No.
game scores, so we're gonna do game scores first as a topic.
Nice.
So, Genesis, get prepared.
I'm prepared.
Kevin,
Don't worry about
Kevin,
it. I'm ready to go.
Kevin, what'd you play this week?
What'd I play?
Yeah.
I played Armored
My ass.
Core 6,
That's what he
Fires of
played.
Rubicon.
Like a trombone, he did.
He
Hell
wishes
yeah,
I played
he
his
did.
ass.
Throwing being the
Um,
premium word.
Hey, Daddy, wait, hold on. You did. No? Oh, that was Mommy. Sorry, that was Mommy. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You know those videos where people are terrible and they follow fat people with trombones?
That's
what I was trying to do.
A theory.
A theory?
What?
That's a
Game
thing. Not a theory.
theory.
That is a thing. Hold on, I'll see if I can find it. I think Family Guy did a spoof of it, but I'll send you a video of it.
A game theory.
It's terrible.
Thanks for watching.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
it
So
might be
anyway.
a tuba.
I played Armored Core 6. I played some more Remnant 2 with Genesis up on Hill.
Hey, yeah.
And that's it. I watched a little more Nancy Drew. There you go.
All
That's been my
right.
week.
Nice, short and sweet, and to the point. Nice. Cool. I'll go next since I was late. I played Remnant 2 with my good old buddy Kevin. I am happy to say I have platinumed AI Somnum file, the Nirvana initiative, so I'm done with that. I'm back in Final Fantasy 16, which I think I'm trying to stay ahead of Clue, but Clue might be ahead of me at this point now. I don't know.
Probably
depending-
not.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how much you've played. So,
I'm in a mission with Sid and Jill.
Okay.
after we agreed to hang out together.
Okay. I don't think I played some Call of Duty. I don't think I played anything else.
You played Minecraft, got the trophies for like 20 seconds.
I did, yes, because my super fantastic friend Adam gave me the new server code for the missing trophies that I needed. So yes, I did play Minecraft, got some of the trophies. Obviously, I know we go into this every week, so essentially we do play it every week, but for the podcast, obviously.
Yeah, and some of the trophies that they're coming out with, you have to do like 95 things to even get
so
close to those. Yeah, it's like I'm not
it's
doing that.
easier just to say, let's just go in this one thing that this person built and let's just do it here. I am having the worst time trying to join this damn multiplayer game. I don't know why, but I'm going to keep trying. Don't you worry about it.
Good.
Anyway, all right. So, who wants to go next? Desinoda, what'd you do last week?
Oh, good, he's alive.
I let's see here. I watched another season of Hell's Kitchen,
Of course.
season 11. Pretty good as usual. I played a lot of Fate Grand Order.
Did you see the new Fate Remnant trailer drop?
I didn't watch the trailer yet. But I
that
do have the
did
game
drop.
pre-ordered. I have pre-ordered
Nice.
since they dropped the pre-order for it.
Okay.
The collector's edition.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
so looking forward to that. Yeah, but I've been reading the most recent story chapters of Fate, and it's some of the best story material in a visual novel that I've read. Like, it's just really, really good. In a while too, because a lot of their recent story chapters they've been okay, or they've been like kind of lackluster, or like not any characters that I am a huge fan of. But Lost Belt 6 is what I'm referring to, and yeah, it's really fucking good. But
Okay.
I just reached a part of the story that I wasn't a huge fan of. Something happened and it seemed kind of dumb, and I'm still gonna keep reading though. Still gonna keep reading.
Good to hear you're going to keep doing it.
Yeah. What else? Well, me and Kendrick were watching this one anime called Mashiru, Magic and something. It's about it's
yeah,
like
it's
One
Harry
Punch
Potter.
Man and
Yeah, Harry
Harry
Potter,
Potter universe.
but the dude just can't do magic.
Yeah, but he could literally do anything else.
It is one of the funniest things.
It's so hilarious.
I talked about this a little while back. I told you to watch that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did. I do
I
remember
must
that.
have forgot or missed it.
You son of a bitch.
You definitely forgot because you definitely said, "Oh, that sounds interesting," or something to that
Yeah, I
effect.
probably just forgot about it. And
Yeah,
then
100%.
Kendrick was watching it one night, and I watched an episode with him, and I was like, "Wow, this is hilarious! I want to keep watching this." It's really, really good comedy, and it just it's just something that's like really different because it doesn't really fit that universe that they're in, because everybody's all serious and wanting to compete, and he's just here literally one punching everything that he can find, and like getting around the magic challenges by using his physical strength and endurance.
Oh, he has. Listen, he's got some physical strength. I'll tell you that much. That dude is insane. He tried to do Quidditch, right? He doesn't have any magic to fly on the broom, but
Yeah.
essentially what he did was
It's
he
one of the
moved his
funniest
legs.
things.
He moved his legs so fast that his legs gave him the ability to hover and move around in the air. That's how fast he was moving his legs.
Yeah.
So yes, that man has some strong physical attributes to him. When he created his character, he put all his points in the goddamn physical attributes for himself. That's
Yeah.
what he wanted. That
Really
son of a
good
bitch.
show.
But it's funny. It is fantastically funny.
Yeah, I watched the 12 episodes, I think, is all the first season is so far of that.
Nice.
So, it was good. I started this one show on Netflix.
I can't connect to this world at all. I just can't. Just not letting me get in the
It
world.
is
That's fair.
called...
Give me a second.
I keep enjoying it just says connecting to multiplayer game and then unable to connect to a connection timeout.
It's called Who is Aaron Carter?
Oh, about the drug dealing woman or whatever, cop lady.
She's
She's like an
like
undercover cop because she
yeah,
doesn't
she's like an
qualify.
ex-undercover agent, and stuff happens, and
Yeah,
she starts a new life, and then things start catching up to her, essentially.
the lady I work with was telling me all about it today.
Yeah, I watched 4 and almost 5 episodes. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Fine. Ella Parker 22 asks the chat, "How are you guys?"
Oh,
We're
we're good.
fine.
Thank you for asking. All right. I don't know
Yes.
why you're
Well.
being so.
We're
fine.
Fine.
We're fine. I don't know why you're
Why the
asking.
fuck would you ask that?
Damn it.
But yeah, pretty good. And number 1 in TV shows on Netflix today.
Wow.
Yeah. Also, Ragnarok season
There we
3
go.
is out. I watched the first 2 seasons. I'm
Mhm.
probably gonna continue because it's a pretty good show. If you like any of that mythos with Thor and all that shit, but in real life.
Mythos.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the time this week I've pretty much been spending just reading Fate because it's really long, and yeah, it's really entertaining. But it is a lot of reading. Except they paced it really well, so you're not reading for like 20 minutes a section this time. It's more like 5-10 minutes at a time, then you'll do a battle, and you go back to reading, and you do another battle, and then they paced it really well, and it's a lot of good material.
Mm.
Yeah. I think that's about it for me. Unless I remember something else, but yeah.
Son of a bitch. Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Destinoto. Adam, you're up last. What'd you do?
What did I do? I played some more House Flipper Pets. Got all the trophies for that. I started House Flipper Luxury, the DLC. Got a couple trophies in that, and then kind of just
What is happening?
working my way through that. I'm restarting the world.
I don't
Didn't
know what's going on.
Yeah, just I don't know. Didn't play anything else really video game wise. But I watched. Oh God, what did I watch? I watched Crazy Rich Asians yesterday, the movie that came out some years
Oh,
ago.
how was that? How was that?
It's good. It's very like it's a very beautiful movie, like cinematography wise.
There we go.
It's really nice.
Well, wouldn't you say though it looked a little bit like Mexico and Breaking Bad?
No, No, I would not say that.
Okay.
Why would you say? Why
Better
would you?
cinematography. I just thought Vince Gilligan's an excellent cinematographer, and his
I mean, honestly, the one
cinematography.
criticism of Breaking Bad is the yellow that is Mexico in that
Oh,
show.
we don't want to talk
Um,
about Mexico.
yeah. But anyways, yeah, Crazy Rich Asians. Most of the time, it's in Singapore. I found out it was based on a book, so I
Yeah,
was like,
someone wrote a book.
I had
Are you
no
gonna read
idea
the book
about
now?
that. No, I'm never gonna read that book. But I
Do
was
you know
like,
what the
yeah,
book is called?
is it called Crazy Rich Asians?
It is. Yes.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Apparently, it's a trilogy.
No, I didn't know that. Now it made enough money that it could have gotten sequels.
Yeah,
Why
and
doesn't
that
it?
yeah, but
Because
then
Hollywood
like
is racist.
yeah, look, Hollywood. I mean, also like worldwide, it did well in America, but it didn't do well like in some
America's the only
markets.
part of the world that matters.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, studios are weird. Studios are weird. Also, definitely not. America's like the least needed anymore.
America number
It's
one.
like the third now.
America number one.
Yeah, okay.
America,
Anyways,
America.
yeah. So watch that. It was enjoyable. It's like an hour and 45 or an hour
Are
and
you an
50. It's not.
Aquafina
It's
fan?
not bad. She's barely in it.
Aquafina.
She's barely in it.
Huh.
And then oh, I saw Oppenheimer again on Sunday.
Did he win this time?
Because my mom wanted to go. He did not win.
Hmm.
The that movie
Blasphemy.
still very long, but also still very good. Like just
I think the best comparison for it is that Benedict Cucumber movie.
which one?
The one about World War II, about British people breaking
Oh,
through.
the
Benedict
Turing,
Cucumber?
Alan
Yeah,
Turing one.
just in time. Yeah, the Alan Turing one.
Yeah, I didn't care for that one at all. I thought it was mostly
Really?
boring. I
Okay.
honestly, on my second rewatch of it, I think I enjoyed it more.
The something. The movie definitely starts with the word the.
The Turing Project or the Turing test.
No,
Imitation Game.
that's. I feel like that's the spin-off
Imitate.
starring
Oh
Nicholas
yeah, the
Holt.
Imitation Game, isn't it?
Imitation Game. That's
Thank you,
definitely
Kevin.
it.
You're welcome.
Good call.
But yeah, Oppenheimer's second watch, I think I enjoyed it more, just because I kind of knew like how far into the movie I was,
Huh.
so I could kind of like, I don't know, base my expectations on like how long I have to sit there for. Um, but like every positive I had of my first viewing, same positive. Even
How'd your mom
more.
like it?
My mom really liked it. Um, yeah. Honestly, everything I said, everything we all said here, like Desinoto, Kevin, and even you, Clue, all the things we liked, she was about to. Like the
All the
acting.
things we liked. There are some
Yeah.
things that we liked that
If you're
I don't
talking
know.
about Florence Pugh, my mom was a big fan. All right. She was like, they put a black dress on this woman. How dare they?
It's
Overseas. How
art.
dare
It's
they?
art. That's right.
No, she was like, why is this happening when it was in the boardroom scene?
That's
There's
funny.
also a dude sitting
I
next to
said the
me,
same
but this
thing.
time he wasn't a creep. So good
Oh,
times.
his hand was out of his pants. That's good.
That's
Is he
good.
He's
licking his
going
lips the
over the
whole time,
cross.
going?
No, he's just sitting there like a normal man.
Got it.
So that was pretty good.
Normal men.
Yeah,
You're saying the last
normal
time you saw
man.
it, there was a creep sitting next to you?
Yeah, when you and I went.
It wasn't me, was it?
No, it was the one
The other
big
side.
dude.
It wasn't me, was it?
No, it was the one big dude. Because every time Florence Pugh was nude on screen, he would go, "Oh yeah," like "Ooh," oh. Like he would make sounds, and it was creepy and
Oh,
gross.
yeah, that's creepy and gross.
He reminded me of the
Uh,
guy in the red sweater at the one debate, Ken something. Remember him?
Ken Bones.
Ken Bones, who commented like, "I want to see Jennifer Lawrence's butthole" on Reddit after people found his Reddit.
That's
oh God.
correct.
He reminded me of that guy. But yeah, overall, just really enjoyed the movie. Each actor is so fucking good in that movie, and the soundtrack
Yeah.
I think is so good.
Kicking.
But yeah, overall, really liked it again. I don't think I watched anything else. Uh, yeah, I think I watched Legally Blonde. That was at my
Fun.
sister's, but I love that movie, so I feel like that's already known.
Hmm.
Also, I might go see Barbie again on Friday, Kevin.
Oh, nice.
Still down to watch it when it comes to streaming. But
Doesn't anyone
my
put the money
sister
towards Sony
wants to
though?
go. What?
Get that Gran Turismo ticket. You got to repay Sony.
Kevin and I thought about it. I don't know if we're going to Gran Turismo
Yeah, I
anymore.
I hear it's doing all right. I hear it's pretty good, getting good, decent reviews.
Yeah, it's got an A cinema
Mm.
score, which is pretty good, which is better than any DC or Marvel movie in the last 10 years. Got him.
And better than most of the last time Sony things have gone out. That is not Sony Spider-Man.
No, Last of Us.
Spider-Verse. Not in theaters.
Yeah, oh, that's fair. Yeah, no, Uncharted sucked.
Yep.
And it's bad. And it's not a good adaptation.
Yeah, and Spider-Verse doesn't count because that's from Sony Animation, not regular Sony.
Sony puts out a couple good movies a year. But I think that's all I watched. If I think of something else, I'll throw it out. But
in the trash.
Clue, did you say what you played?
No. Our host Genesis did. Final Fantasy XVI, baby. Well, it's pretty good.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
Pretty good. It's got good music. It's got some mostly good graphics. I do think FF7 Remake has better character models and maybe slightly prettier and more defined. But this got a good art direction, so I don't mind anyway. And let me tell you, that opening icon fight looks chef's kiss on an
Oh,
OLED
yeah, it
screen.
was.
Oh, it was so pretty. It was so pretty. But this game's pretty good too. Good. It got rid of the party, but I'm okay with that. I kind of miss my party, but I know I'm getting my party back next year with Remake Part 2. So I'm okay with this separate one.
Can I ask you both a question?
Sure.
Sure.
So I listened to this one podcast about PlayStation, and the one guy's like, he was playing Final Fantasy 16, relatively new to Final Fantasy 16, and the other guy, real old school Final Fantasy 16 fan, or Final Fantasy fan, and he's playing it too. And they both said that Final Fantasy 16 has the highest highs, but then there's 2 hours of the most boring, repetitive side quests in between those highest
The side quests are pretty
highs.
lame. A couple side quests have been good. There was one where, one of the plot details is people that can do magic without the help of crystals are just slaves, and every country agrees with that. They're everywhere they're slaves, and you go and some guy's like, you need to help my son. He's being attacked by wolves. You're like, it doesn't sound that scared, but okay. You go beat up the wolf, and then the kid's like, you killed my dog, you dick face. You were supposed to die. Then you see there's 2 or 3 other of these slaves in the field because he just keeps buying these slaves to send to his son to save him.
This is the one I was talking about, Adam.
Torn apart. So that's a decent little one.
You were
but
talking
a different
about
one is the guy's like, oh no, I'm the courier, but I dropped my bag. Can you go find 6 things? Or, oh no, I'm a merchant, but the guards are watching me. Can you deliver these 3 things? Like the shittiest MMO quests. But you gotta do all the side quests because you don't know what you're ever gonna get from them. It's not a good way to tell what's a shitty MMO one and what's a good one that helps set the setting, or might actually have decent roots, like the Chocobo, which I hear is a side quest.
I could probably argue the point because I could probably say Final Fantasy XII had the most stupidest goddamn story quests and side quests that I've ever seen. That game was a hot piece of garbage unless you just absolutely loved every single character in that game. In this game, yes, not every single side quest is great, but there's way more better ones than there are shitty ones. Are there 2 hours worth? I don't think so. It does have some of the highest highs. I don't think that I would say it has some of the boring or worst side quests that I've ever seen.
Final Fantasy IX, which is a card game or something. What
oh God, there are people in the Final Fantasy community that will just swear by the old classic Final Fantasy games and refuse to even touch Remake or 16 or even 14 and 15. They just refuse to touch any of that. They're like, nah, I'm not playing any of that garbage. It's not turn based. It's not this. It's not that. And
I've heard those opinions too. Yeah, these two were they really enjoyed it. They keep talking about how it's like a game of the year type of game. But I was just
I'm
curious because I've heard you two talk about it and just never say like,
The
oh,
thing
there's a
with the
lot of
side
boring
quests
stuff.
is that
So.
it will uncover a lot of stuff that you wouldn't have normally found story wise in the game. Like I ran into, I know Clue was saying that eventually you run into one of the missions where you get a chocobo. Like I finally ran into it, and if I had not done any of the side quests previous to that, that wouldn't have spawned that one singular side quest for me to do that.
Oh.
Also, some of the other side quests, like I did a side quest for the blacksmith just recently where I had to complete a hunt contract, find something from a leather merchant, come back and give it to him because that dude was like depressed as all heck. Turns out he has like this past to him where he feels like unless he's being any sort of use in the airship or to his customers, quote unquote, like for people who purchase armor like that, he's had like suicidal thoughts of like going to just kill himself and
Oh
be
my
like,
God.
I just don't want. Yeah, he's like, I just don't want to do this anymore because I feel like I'm worthless now. And I'm like, bro, it's a piece of leather. What is happening? How
Hey,
dark is this?
we all feel that way. It's okay.
I mean,
Hey guys, if you're having any mental health issues, there's that song that has the phone number for the mental health crisis. Look that song up.
It's not the
It's by
song that
Logic.
goes like "kill yourself," right?
It's by Logic. Thank you. No, it's
Ah,
it's one
that's
where
not the
they
actual
actually
thing.
sing like, if you have an issue, call this number. Yeah, it was actually quite a popular song a couple years ago. It was like a
Ah,
pop song. It's real
that's
good.
fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, FF16. It's pretty good. And that's what you
Right?
say. Like we have Genesis is a longtime fan. I'm a more recent fan.
Yeah,
We
it's
both
kind of like
agree.
this the podcast I've been listening to. So yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with Clue's comments on the graphics though for between 7 remake and this. 7 remake's got the prettiest looking characters you can see in a video game to date. But 16's overall like environments, enemies, just the also fluidity of gameplay I think is better in 16 than it
Now
is in 7.
that's an argument. Best looking characters in video games to date. They
Yeah.
look rubbery.
They look great though.
They look
Like their
great,
hair,
but
their
I
hair looks
don't
so
know.
Are
good.
you
It's
putting up Uncharted 4? You mean like
yeah,
Uncharted 4?
it's yeah.
So I mean Uncharted has some really nice characters as well.
I mean,
The
Last of
hair-
Us too.
Yeah,
So
but
so my thing is the hair can Square Enix knows how to do hair. I'll tell
I
you that
believe
much.
he is saying that FF7 Remake has the best waifus we have seen yet.
I
Yes,
think
this is true.
I think FF7 Remake is a very beautiful game, and I think it's still an art style, while Last of Us or Uncharted
Yeah, it's
is
not
a
photorealistic.
realistic looking. It's not like even comparable really,
Okay,
because like they're
I
going
I
for
could
different things. But I
could agree
just
with that.
ooh.
I'll take back my statement. I'll
No,
retract
no,
that.
you can keep your statement. So it's crazy though. Games are getting too pretty. Alan Wake
This
2.
is true.
Anybody see the screenshots for that? Holy shit!
No, but I
Uh,
saw they said like over
game was
100
for
people
you.
working on it for 4 years. It's actually going to be
Yeah,
a big game, it sounds like.
6-hour long story probably.
I mean, did that happen with Quantum Leap?
Doesn't
Tons
matter.
of
It's not in the
man-hour, but
universe.
like
Who cares? Fuck them.
not time. But yeah, combined with the Control universe, heck yeah.
Yeah. I gotta be honest. The more I see of Alan Wake 2, the more I'm like, I want to play Control.
Control's so much fun.
I'm,
Even if
I'm,
you cheat, it's fun.
I honestly think I might be a day one guy for Control 2.
You
Really?
know, speaking
Yeah,
of day one, like y'all know, I never buy games, and I did buy FF16 new.
that's
Now I
true.
had a whole bunch of coupons and store credit, but I still did it, and I
That
never buy
counts.
games new.
That counts.
So
nice,
there you
man.
go.
Nice. Okay. Now that we're all good there, gentlemen, let's move on to scores for September. In the normal fashion I do this, I'll go through the games, ask everybody for scores. I'll go over scores from last month, give the standings, and also ask if anybody wants to add anything more to the list. Everybody good with that?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So I was just trying to look for one of these scores, and I don't think Goodbye Volcano High has been rated yet. Correct?
No,
I
I
have
don't.
not seen
That was
anything.
August, wasn't it?
No, I'm saying it. I'm looking to see if I can update the rating that
Oh
came out
no,
already.
no, the game.
Yeah.
I think I think it wasn't given to or reviewers or anything because it's just. I don't even think it's out yet.
It's supposed to be out today.
Oh, today? Oh yeah, no, reviews are not out for that then.
So it's weird.
People
That
playing
has
Starfield, my guy.
Samba de Amigo has a review. It came out today and has reviews out already, but that one doesn't. That's weird.
Goodbye Volcano High should have something by the end of the year. I hope.
That's yep. Okay, cool. So let me start out with. Should I just go the big banger and then let's get this one out of the way?
Sure.
Big bang, big bang.
All right, boys. I need a score for Starfield coming September 6th. Adam?
Oh no, 84.
84. Okay. Kevin, give me a score for Starfield.
82.
Wow. Okay. All right. Cool. Clue, give me a score for Starfield.
We'll go with 89.
89. Desunoto, give me a score for Starfield.
85.
85. All right, guys, I'm going 95.
Yeah, if
Cool.
that is the case, the thing is, this year has been wild because some of the highest reviewed games of all time have come out this year. Like with Zelda, and then with Baldur's Gate, and then Sea of Stars is like really high. So like,
I'm just afraid there's so many. The classic thing with them is the bugs, right? And I believe I saw a goofy, weird heading that was like least worst buggy game they've made, but like
overhype and bugs. That's what worry me. I honestly think this is an 86, 87, but I'm like 84. I'm feeling it.
Okay.
I hope it's better. Don't get me wrong. I wish I could get a platinum.
The game doesn't actually start until after you beat the main story. And then them saying, well, you can't beat the main story for at least 50 hours. And
yeah, that's Phil Spencer. He just says stuff.
But, both of those are two nonsense statements. So you have to pay 50 hours to even get into the game, or you have to beat the main story to get into the game. Let me tell you, I never beat the main story of Skyrim, so...
Never take the word of a Bethesda person.
Or a Microsoft person.
Yeah. Or any corporate person. Don't take their word.
Take no one's words. No one's words are real. Everyone else's words you made up for them, because no one else is actually real. They're just parts of your head anyway. You can't prove anything is real.
All right, this was the conspiracy check-in with Clue.
Okay. Why did it not auto-populate? All right, whatever, it's fine. Okay. Gloomhaven coming out September 18th. Kevin, give me a score for Gloomhaven.
The board game?
Yeah, there's a PC game now.
It's a 1-to-1 PC.
Oh, so that's off the board game?
Creation from the board game, yes.
God. I'm gonna go like 77.
77? Okay, 77. Clue, give me a rating for Gloomhaven.
I've been playing Gloomhaven, the board game, for 4+ years running now. Maybe 5 years, honestly. I've played lots of Gloomhaven, many, many hours. People like it. There's been a new edition. It's even better. But it's a PC version of a desktop game, and my understanding is they're staying very faithful to it, which maybe could be clunky for PC, but it should be easy to port. 85.
85. Adam, give me a score for Gloomhaven.
I'll go 79.
Okay, I'm gonna go 70 for this. Desunoto, give me a score for Gloomhaven.
72.
72. Alrighty. Thank you, gentlemen.
Actually, 75.
75. Okay, 75. Alright, thank you. Alright, let's move on to Mortal Kombat 1 coming out on September 19th. Clue, give me a score for Mortal Kombat 1.
91.
Fuck.
Did you say how much was? I'm sorry.
91.
91. Okay, cool. Adam, give me a score for Mortal Kombat 1.
Fucking 90.
All right, I'm gonna
Were you
put
gonna go
this.
91 to hear
I,
you go
I had
faster?
91 in my head for the last like 2 months. Ever since the
I'm
game was
doing good.
announced.
I am gonna rate this an 80.
Yo, wild.
It's not gonna reach Street Fighter levels. I promise you that. It's not. They're not
When
gonna
did
fix
that
it
Street Fighter game come out? Was that last year or this year?
this year.
There was like 2 months ago. It was like
Capcom
June.
was like, everyone gets the money.
I will tell you one reason why. The game is too slow. It is way too slow. The movement is totally off, and I guarantee you they will fix it.
I think you have a great sense of the community as a whole. Think of how good reviewers are at fighting games.
They're horrible at them.
Exactly, 90.
Yeah. That's why Street Fighter did so well, because they had the easy mode now, like the modern controls.
Good.
I don't
More
know
accessible.
that Mortal Kombat 1 has that. I could be wrong. I have no idea what it does have though. Okay, Destinoto, give me a score for Mortal Kombat 1.
Hmm. 86.
Kevin, Mortal Kombat 1.
Mortal Kombat 1. Oh god. Let's see. Really good. Looking really good. I don't know why you said it looks slow. I encourage you to watch Mortal Kombat 11. I'm gonna
I've
go
watched both.
91.
91's
That
already
Clue,
taken.
yeah, Clue said 91.
92.
Oh,
92.
Kevin, I almost went 92 after Clue took 91. I went 90 though. I went the other direction.
It looks real good.
It looks really good. It's also very pretty.
Okay. Adam?
Uh-huh.
Adam, give me a rating for my time at
84.
Sandrock. Okay.
Same as Starfield, baby.
Clue, give me a score for my time at Sandrock.
Is this that Porsche game part 2?
This is the sequel to My Time at Porsche. You are correct.
How did My Time at Porsche do?
I'll look that up for you.
Aww.
That's my only question first.
Give me one secarino. I know everyone's gonna want this. It
Yeah,
looks
this
like a
one's really good.
75.
75? Okay, we'll do 80.
Okay. Kevin, my time at Sandrock.
God. Did they learn?
Kevin, no. No, they didn't.
72.
72. Okay. Destinoto, my time at Sandrock.
79.
All right, I'm going 69.
Oh.
Good pick.
All right. Destinoto. Fate Samurai Remnant. Give me a score.
The hell was Fate
Oh
Samurai
dear.
Remnant? Is this a mobile game?
That's the one that Destinoto has pre-ordered. Fate Remnant.
It looks like a Dynasty Warrior type, like action game.
Okay.
But it's still kind of fuzzy. I guess I should watch that third trailer at some point.
But you already have it pre-ordered.
Yeah. And get a better idea of what the gameplay is like. But there's not a lot of Fate games, especially not like action-oriented ones. A lot of them are just visual novels, as far as the games are concerned that have come out.
Seeing how this one is an action one, this is probably one that a lot of Fate fans want.
When is this one coming out?
9/29.
Oh, look at that. That's nice. Yeah. Forgot it coming out that soon.
I'm sorry, I didn't say the date for my time at Sandrock. That was coming out September 26th.
Hey, we all knew that. I would like to think.
This
Right,
is
everybody?
tough. Well, there's not a whole lot to go off of. I'll give it an 80.
Okay. Kevin, give me a score for Fate/Samurai Remnant.
Oh boy. 78.
Okay, Clue, give me a score.
73.
All right, Adam, shoot me up a score.
Oh, shoot 'em up.
Shoot 'em.
The dick. Shoot him in the dick.
68.
All right, I am going.
Ow.
69, 69.
I'm going 77.
You
Fun
said it was
number.
like a Dynasty Warriors, and I looked that up, and a lot
It
of
is-
them
it
are in
says
the
it's RPG.
60s. So.
Yeah, but it's gonna have some sort of
action-y elements.
spin on it for Fate.
Yeah, that sounds
That's
worse
why
in
I'm
my
like,
eyes.
The name is different than all the other
Yuck.
fates. All the other fates are like Virtue Lost, Fate, Exemplar, Tiana. Fate, Samurai Dynasty.
Hey,
That's
I
a
hope
pretty
this comes
straightforward
out and
name.
it's a banger, but based on what I know so far, doesn't sound like it.
Okay. I'm going to go to a game that's near and dear to me. Eternites, coming out on September 21st. I'm giving this game a fucking 90, bitch ass. All right, Adam, give me a score for Eternites, coming out September 21st.
You gave a 69 to my time at Sandrock, sir. So I'm real tempted to give a 69 to Eternites. You know what I mean? But
you
I'm
gave it a
playing.
69.
No, I'm playing to win. I'm playing to win, and I think Eternites actually looks pretty good. I'm gonna give it an 83.
83. Kevin, give me a score for Eternites.
Oh man, I'll go 81.
Desinoto,
82.
82.
Yep.
And Clue, Eternites.
So it's a dating dungeon crawler?
It's a Persona mixed with, oh god. Yeah, it's a Persona type game.
Yeah, Persona dating sim.
Yeah.
84. Did we get an 84?
We do
Do
now.
not have an 84. 84. Hey, Kevin?
Yeah.
I know how much you liked the previous iteration of this game. Give me a score for Payday 3 coming out September 21st.
86.
Wow.
80, wow. Okay, all right. I am going to give this a 50. Adam,
Ooh, that's a drop.
give me a score for Payday 3.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I just want to look up Payday 2, cause
Would you like
Payday
me
2
to...
was 79. Payday the Heist was 76.
yeah, well, yeah. My
Both the PC versions.
my gut reaction was a 77.
Desinoto.
So I'm gonna go 77.
Payday
Real
2
quick.
Switch, though, was a 60. But that's probably because it was a port.
See the little stats? See the little stats on this?
On the bottom?
Yeah. See, okay.
Yes.
Alright, now I'll keep your eye on that. Watch what happens when I hit triangle.
Why are there so many numbers now? There's a lot of numbers.
Oh, boy.
It's a little overwhelming.
Adam, I'm sorry, did you
Fantastic.
say a 77, Adam?
I did say 77.
Okay. Desinoto, give me a score for Payday 3.
79.
79.
Actually, 80.
Dang.
80.
Dang.
All right. And Clue, give me a score.
I
Payday
was going to
3.
79, then I was like, no, I'm going to go up to 80 and cross the threshold. So I guess I'll do 79.
All righty.
Man, I've played a Payday game.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
third one. They know what they're doing now. It's going to be good.
Yeah, I
Sure,
played the second one,
sure.
and I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know.
but the second one was a big jump over the first one. So, like,
Wow, that must mean the first one was just hot garbage.
I
and
remember
that
I
still
played the
somehow
first.
scored.
Yeah, I remember. I think Genesis,
think
you and
kind
I
of
did
like
try the
Zombie
first
Army.
one.
Sniper
We played
and
the second one, I
went
thought,
from
me and
Sniper
you.
V2 to like
Before,
Sniper V3
a
engine.
long time ago. I think we
It's been
tried the
like-
first one.
Was it like beta or something we tried?
Yeah, I think so.
We thought it was cool, like, oh, we get to rob a bank.
Yeah, but then we were like, this is bad. And then the second
is-
one, we're like, this is okay, but also no thank you.
Okay, Clue. This is a game that's coming, right? That a lot of people have been interested in. Give me a
Okay.
score for Lies of P.
I've heard of Lies of P, but I don't understand what it is or know what it is because the name is
Bloodborne Pinocchio.
Fudge? What? That's what the P is? The P is Pinocchio?
Yeah, you could look up. There's a demo on the PlayStation Store you can play.
That's the weirdest thing I've heard of yet.
Apparently, some people really like it, and some people
I'm gonna
really
say
don't.
68.
Okay.
68?
Yeah, he's pretty safe with that. A lot of the I'll tell you something here, like Immortals of Avium, Atlas Fallen, these games that are trying to be like the new IPs and stuff like that, they've not scored very well. So
Yeah, a lot of new IPs are like bad though.
I don't know what's going on.
The studio came out with a game called Bless Unleashed in 2020, and that has a 57.
That could be good. Could be good.
That's the only thing else that this studio has released, according to information.
I'm going to score this a 32.
Oh, you're probably right. This is going to be like a Tower of Babylon, but not even because people had hopes of that because it was a good studio.
Well, considering Lord of the Rings Gollum scored a 37, I doubt this thing can score 32. But hey, let's see.
You never know.
Never know. Adam, give me a score for Lies of P.
Clue, you said their other game was 57?
That is correct.
I'm going to go 75.
All right, Kevin, give me a score for Lies of P.
Kevin, try not to put too much of your experience into it.
God, I'm going to, though. I'm going like 74.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Okay. Destinoto, give me a score for Lies of P.
80.
80.
80.
All right.
A quiet and
let me
reserved
just
80.
Let me just scan the list one more time here just to make sure.
Oh, I got games, man. I got games.
Oh, I got you. Okay, so yes, that is the end of the September games as I have it right now. Gentlemen, what would we like to add to the list? I know there's some things I can remove here because I know they're not coming out this year. So
RoboCop is still September publicly, but on their website it's been moved to November, so I think we're safe not scoring that.
Yep.
But
Path of Exile 2 is coming out next year, not this year, correct?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The Crew Motorfest comes out September 14th.
Okay, I'm adding the Crew Motorfest.
That's a Ubisoft? Is that a full title, or is this trying to be?
It's a full title. It's a full title, and you can port over your Crew garages.
Said the 14th of September?
Correct.
All right, what else we got, boys?
I also have Wildmender.
Okay.
It's a survival game. I don't know if this one can be added. Let me just double check.
Star Trek Resurgence is no longer on the list, I think, correct?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, so that's out. Yeah, because I don't think that's coming out. Lightyear Frontier, is that out of the list too?
That is delayed. Yeah, that's yeah.
Got it. And then Greedfall 3, The Dying World.
I'm pretty sure that's gone as well.
Alrighty, and Dinos Reborn.
Not sure about that one.
I'll leave it on the list. Avowed has been confirmed as a 2024 title, I think.
Maybe.
I remember seeing that at the Xbox, and I think it's at 2024. And then Alan Wake 2 has a date. Arc Raiders. I don't know about Arc Raiders. I'm taking it off the list. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me some games, guys. Give me some games. What else do we need to rate? And
Farm.
We think we did Baldur's Gate for August. Is that correct?
We did. 100% confirmed. We did Baldur's Gate for August.
Yes. I'm sorry. What was the game, Adam, you wanted?
Fae Farm.
Fae Farm. When is that coming out?
September 8th.
Thank you, good sir.
Did you also get Wild Mender?
I'm going to add that next. Wild Mender. And when is that coming out?
September 28th.
Mender, spell Mender?
Correct. It's all one word.
Okay.
It's a survival game that I'm interested in, and it's been on Steam, and it's got pretty good fan feedback.
And I sincerely apologize. What was the date again? I'm so sorry.
September 28th.
28th. Okay, thank you. Boys, what else we got? Come on, give me some more games here.
I might have one. Let me just look into that. Dinos Reborn does not look like it's coming out anytime soon or ever. All right, if I'm honest.
It's coming off the list. Desunoto, Kevin, Clue, give me some games. Anything I have not added that you'd like to see reviewed?
Ad Infinitum.
That is coming out when?
September 14th. I think that's actually just been dated not too long ago.
Yes, so that's is part of the list. So I'm just gonna add the date to it. We're gonna got it. Okay.
I think that's all I have.
Gentlemen, do we have anything else?
Yeah.
Going once. Going twice. Sold. All the slaves are going to you, Clue. All right.
Oh,
Clue. No! Speaking of Clue, Ad Infinitum coming out September 14th. What would you like to give this as a rating?
So what is Ad Infinitum?
Great question.
It's Ad Infinitum, first of all.
Well, odd. Kevin, you can answer the question then.
That's Latin. Do I know what the game is? No.
Well, Kevin, never mind. Can't answer the question.
I will Google this. Ad Infinitum.
Ad Infinitum.
Ad Infinitum is how it's pronounced.
Yeah.
The problem is that's like just a phrase. So it's a game. You're a German soldier hunted by the Great War. Unreal 4. It's a $32 game.
Oh, God.
Googling it. Google it.
It's from a studio called Hecate. They have no releases. Bad. My guess is bad. 69.
69. Okay, I do need to update. There's 69. Okay, 69. All right, Adam.
King foot lettuce.
Burger King foot lettuce. Adam, give me a score for Ad Infinitum.
I will say I'll go
Where'd it go?
What did Clue say? 69?
69.
I'll go 68.
68. I'm gonna go 67. Desunoto, give me a score for Ad Infinitum.
What are your scores?
69, 68, 67.
Keep that trend going, baby.
66.
Okay,
yeah.
Kevin, score for Ad Infinitum.
Yeah, or 70.
Thank you, Kevin.
So we got 70, 69, 68, 67, 66. All right, boys.
Hell yeah.
Adam, give me a score for Fae Farm.
Hey, man, this is a cozy farming game. It was on the Cozy stream. It's, a lot of people are excited for this. I am not one of those people because it looks a little too cozy for my taste. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna go 78.
I'm
that
gonna give
bold?
this.
I honestly don't know.
I think it's bold. I'm gonna go bolder. I'm gonna say it's 92.
Honestly, could happen
Clue.
with these.
Give me a score with for Fae Farm.
81.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Fae Farm.
Uh. Damn it.
What the
72. I
hell
don't
is
know.
this game?
72.
It's a farming game.
Mhm.
Desino's looking at this and he hates it.
Desinoto, give me a score for Fae Farm.
74.
74. All right. I'm gonna give Wildmender a 12.
Oh God! Wow. Okay.
All right, Adam, give me a score for Wildmender.
81.
Okay. Clue?
Wildmender looks cute. It's just an exploration game.
It's an exploration game, and you're also restoring the world. You're kind of making everything greener by planting trees and like.
But it's not that one dirigible exploration game, survival, restore the
Correct.
world.
It's not that one.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
Love
this
how I knew
dev has
exactly what you were talking
gotten
about.
some
Yeah, it's the only
real
like
bad
game that has been
scores.
shown for the last 3 years, and like that could be cool.
Yeah.
No other game has looked cool since then.
Clue. Have you?
Well, I gave a score 70.
Oh.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even hear it. I
I
apologize.
didn't either.
Wait.
I didn't
No
either.
worries.
So.
I blended it with everything else.
Yeah, that's
All
fair.
right,
That's fair.
Kevin,
Master of
I
disguise.
need a score for the wildest amending you've ever seen.
77.
Alrighty.
I would love for Kevin not to be listening and just going by that clue. Give me a score for the wildest mending you've ever seen.
Desinoto, if you know what mending is, I'm sure you know how wild it is. Can I get a score for this?
69.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
like
wild.
how Genesis you become exactly like how I become. After doing so many of these, you just start like these weird transitions.
Yeah.
Because it's just annoying being like, give me a score for Starfield. Give me a score for Starfield. Give me a score. You got to be like, hey, in a field of stars, what would you give a score? Like, it's just so funny. It's great. I love it.
All right. I think this is the last game of tonight. Let's see. So we got. Just had it. Where the hell did it go? Oh.
The shitty crew
Adam.
game.
Yes, Adam.
Shitty
You know how
crew
much of
game.
I hate Ubisoft, right?
Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay, so a racing game's coming out from them. It's called I'm Taking a Shit. What do you rate this?
Hey, man, we played the crew too. Let's not forget that.
All right, I put that part of me in the past and I killed him. I shot him with the 12 gauge. All right, he's dead.
To show everybody how great of a friend Genesis is, he bought that game to play it with me.
I'm gonna go shoot myself now. Thank you.
Crew 2 has a 66, and I really believe that they're going to turn this ship around, you know what I mean? And by ship, I mean car.
Because we all know Skull and Bones ain't coming out anytime soon.
Yeah, this might score better than Skull and Bones.
Oh,
Honestly,
might?
I would literally be in shock if Genesis bought AC Mirage day 1, I would be less shocked than if Skull and Bones scored a 90.
I'd be shocked if Skull and Bones scores higher than the Gollum game.
Ooh, that might be a bet we can do. I'll give the Crew Motorfest a 74.
All right, Desinoto, you
Ooby
have a
Booby's
crew,
been
you
okay.
drive a car. How many festivals have you seen? Give me a score for the Crew Motorfest.
Take the number of festivals you've seen and multiply it by 10, and that's your score.
Hmm. 72.
Okay. Clue, you're too tall to sit in a car, so give me how many bugs would hit your face as you're driving a car on the Crew Motorfest.
I'm gonna say 71.
Okay. Kevin, I want you to take this car and I want you to crash it into the building that creates this game. Give me a score for the Crew Motorfest.
Was that a death threat? Does that count?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. All right.
83.
83. I just told him to take a car and crash into a building.
That made the game.
Nobody's getting hurt. He's the one who's only in the car.
Hey. Benefit of the doubt. Benefit of the doubt.
What if there's people in the building?
No,
I mean,
hey,
the car's
benefit
not
of the
going to
doubt.
go through the building. Let's be real. Let's be real. It's
I mean,
Ubisoft's
that
building.
depends on the car
They're
too.
made of the strongest HR foundation I've ever seen in my life.
First of all, there's a very funny French-Canadian joke here about how the construction material is very cheap because of the high spread corruption going on there with government contracts. So it's very possible the car could go through the building and it could cause Canada's 9/11. All right, let's just be honest.
I'm giving this game a 22.
Oh, wow, higher than I expected.
All right.
Did Party Animals get a release? Is Party Animals this month?
Yes, it is. I was going to put that on there. Does everybody want Party Animals on there? It's an Xbox
I mean, it's
only
literally
game.
been. I mean, so Starfield.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. Hold on. Yeah,
no, this is only coming on Xbox, not even PC, I think.
No, I looked it up.
Excuse me?
Destinoto, excuse us? What did you just say? Destinoto, what are you doing with an Xbox, all right? You know? Hey, just because you got no games to play on it, other than Starfield and Party Animals, don't put your dick in an Xbox, all right? PSA.
Do that anyway.
Destinoto, since you want to be an animal and party so much with them sex box, right? Give me a score for Party Animals coming out on September 20th.
Guys, if it's called a sex box, man, Starfield makes me a little nervous because my last name, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Hey.
Wow, there's a game on the Wii U that has a score of 11.
What is that game on the Wii U called?
Family Party, 30 Great Games Obstacle Arcade.
Honestly, Gotti.
11.
Yeah, it has an 11.
I would love to think that one person scored it, gave it an 11 out of 100, and that's the only review it has.
Let me see.
I mean,
The highest is 26. Somebody gave it a 0.
Kevin, do us a favor. Go buy a Wii U. Go buy that game and test it. Let us know next week, all right?
Oh my god.
Kevin, you down to do that?
No.
Okay, didn't even consider it. That was all right.
All right then.
It's Party Animals. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
This has been all over the fucking streamers.
Yeah.
And every time they show it off, they're like, look at how much fun these streamers are having. And I'm like, I don't like any of these people.
Yeah.
They're all screaming, going, oh my god, it was so crazy! You're playing Gang Beasts. You're playing Gang Beasts.
Who did that scream just
That
now?
was me.
It sounded like you were getting mauled by something.
Yeah, what was going on there? Can you do it again?
I don't think he'd do it again. That was a one-time deal, man. It sounded like you were getting mauled. I was like, oh my god. Adam's here doing, oh, and I just hear.
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh god. I'll go check later if he's okay.
Oh my god! It sounds like you're coming, but like sandpaper. That sounds, or shitting sandpaper. Sandpaper is exiting a small hole in you.
Could be through the urethra, could be through the ass. Who knows? You know.
Hey, either one, man. Either one.
Man, just that's the screams of the damned there.
Yeah, it is.
Guys, we just said Skull and Bones is never coming, but IGN just published an article today that said they played the beta and it's fun.
If I believe what IGN is saying at this point, I might as well go buy
That
AC
game's
Mirage
been in
day
beta
one.
for 35 years. And
That's
it's...
not true.
Kevin, obviously it's not true. First of all, Skull and Bones has not been in the works for 35 years. Kevin, it's a joke. Come on, man. Come on now.
Come on, man.
No, it
Come
has.
on.
It was originally being developed for Atari.
Come on, guys. Never mind. I'm done with my joke. Kevin ruined it.
The
Good.
joke was bad, and you feel bad.
Oh my god.
I just meant it hasn't been in beta. It only started being in beta.
Desinauto? Any year
As far as
now.
I'm aware, anyway.
Oh.
Any year 2001.
21 it is.
74.
74. Who said that? Adam, give me a score for being a fucking party animal.
Woo! 78!
Oh, man. Casey, you got animals. You and your wife throw parties. Give me a score for party animals.
You got animals, you. Clue, by the way.
82.
Clue.
Oh, Clue, sorry. I apologize. I'm reading the thing here. Totally broken. Sorry.
You got a wife. You own animals.
You guys throw parties. Give me a score for party animals. Clue?
82, he said.
82.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. Sorry.
No worries.
Kevin, you don't have animals, but I hear you're a riot at parties. I don't want to get axed, but give me a score of party animals, please.
I start riots.
Oh,
Okay.
listen.
It's my profession.
Oh.
The next time riots start, I'm starting them with you, man. Don't worry about it.
Good. I'm going.
What's going on right now? Is this... I feel like we're heading to the Capitol! Let's go, boys! I'm sorry, that's an inside joke between Genesis and I, but anyways.
I just imagine Kevin picking up all the axes, guys. Let's go to the Capitol. And let's go.
That's actually Biden.
Shit. No, you're not. No.
Action.
We're just. Oh, I mean, sure.
God, we need somebody to do.
Somebody's gonna do it.
I would just love people to attack Biden. Hold on, don't stop listening now.
FBI.
And then they go
FBI.
attack him, and he's like, I've been faking the whole time, and he just kicks everybody's ass. Wouldn't that be funny? That'd be hysterical.
He's secretly a black belt.
He's like, I'm
I didn't
John
think you were
Wick.
gonna say belt.
He pulled his mask off and it's
Oh
Keanu
God,
Reeves
Clue,
underneath.
Jesus.
Oh, all right, Kevin. Can I get a score for party animals?
I said 69.
Oh,
Listen to me.
sorry.
Kevin, there was a lot said. There was a lot
I'm
said
gonna
after
order ahead
that.
on you next. I mean, what?
All right,
Huh?
I'm scoring this
What?
game.
Huh?
I'm gonna score this game a 3.
It's a good score. It's a good score.
All right.
Ow.
Anything else we want to add? Going once, going twice.
I would like to change every score I've given today.
You can
Nah, I'm
change it
just
to
kidding.
3.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right. Cool. Everybody glad with the scores they've given. Anybody want to change anything? Okay. Now
I
let's
would
go
like to change
through.
something.
Oh yeah. What would you like to change?
I would like to change my job.
Uh,
Starting riots is too hard. I'd like to go back to an Axe manager.
Okay. We'll let you go back to Axe Manager. I was gonna say I thought you wanted to change our
Guys,
president because I was like, oh god.
Guys, I'm running for president 2024. Vote for me,
Oh
right?
hell yes, I'm voting for you, Kevin. Absolutely.
I would
Who
never
else is
vote for
voting?
Kevin.
My Minister of Defense will be Genesis here.
Hell
Destinoto,
yeah.
you control commerce.
Oh,
Commerce.
Well, you said you didn't want to go, so.
I
Are
would just
we,
never vote for you.
Are we bringing the gallows back? Is that what we're doing? Are we bringing the gallows back?
Yeah, it's like Justin Timberlake's I'm bringing sexy back.
Hey, I like it. All right.
I'm
Current
bringing
standings.
Gallows back.
So as of today, the only score we're missing is Goodbye Volcano High for August. So with that being excluded from the current standings, currently in first place, Destinoto is still there. Right behind him by only 11. I'm sorry, by only 20 points. Okay, 20 points of a difference. Casey is trailing right behind, or Clue is chasing right behind Destinoto. Again, I'm reading the names.
Unexpected, guys. Unexpected.
I know.
Not really.
No?
He
No.
he was further down. You were past Clue, and then...
I gotta be honest, guys. I don't have to do the keeping up with the games as much as I used to. So like, I don't listen to the podcasts I used to listen to all the time to keep track of like when games were coming out. So I don't hear opinions or thoughts on any game coming out. And now I'm so detached, and I'm losing this, and I feel great.
I don't think I follow pretty my game media nearly as much either these days. It's just intuition.
I'm just falling behind.
You're
The
just
real
getting
answer
these
is most games
numbers.
are mediocre, and if you get too excited about them, you're gonna fail. Everything's a 72.
I will tell you, Adam, you would have probably passed Clue had you not screwed up Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate, which is funny because I literally
you
was
put?
catching up. I think I said 84.
You did.
Ooh, I probably put 90 something.
92, I think.
Clue said 93.
93,
and I
yeah.
think it's a 94 or 5.
So what's funny is I did start listening to some of the podcasts recently, but I'm like weeks behind, and one of them's talking about like leading up to Baldur's Gate, and he's like, yeah, I think this is gonna be like a really high scoring game. It's gonna be like one of the highest, and I'm like, I don't know, man, I don't know about that. But now with looking back, I'm like, fuck, I would have totally listened to this and weighed my options and probably went higher with it.
Is it going to have cross-platform with PC, PS5, and PC?
No, I don't believe so.
No, they
yeah, Alex and I
actually. The console versions, from what I've heard. Oh no! Or is this the older ones? One of the versions they're cutting multiplayer completely to make it actually work and run.
No, you're thinking of the Series S.
Xbox Series S.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
They can't do split screen co-op on it.
Yeah. So if they're having that much problems with that, I doubt crossplay is ever.
Yeah, they're not
happening.
doing.
But I could be wrong.
No, Series S is completely trash and broken. But yeah, wild.
So yeah, right behind Clue, Adam, you are there about another 15 points behind.
Yeah, I'm falling.
Kevin, you're falling a little bit. Kevin, you're falling a little bit. You are about 50 points off of Adam, and I'm having a grand old time in the pits of hell. About 300 points away from Kevin. So.
Oh no.
Yeah. He just gave a 3, Kevin. I think we're okay. I think he's okay with it. Are you gonna go over the scores for August?
I am, yes. So, okay. Going down here in no particular order. Immortals of Avium has scored a 73. The closest one to it actually was a tie between Adam and Desunoto. You both were 2 points off. Adam being 75, Desunoto being 71. Atlas Fallen, 68. The closest one to this one would have been Kevin at 76. Let's see here.
Wow,
Baldur's
y'all had
Gate.
that much faith in that game?
I think we were all upper 70s.
I think we were. I'm pretty sure I was 80. So I was.
Yeah, I think we were
but
literally
just
like.
thinking about it.
I think Kevin was 76, and then the rest of us were 77, 78, 79.
Hey, listen, Forspoken scored higher than this one, so
It did. Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
Yes, it did. Only 1 point higher, but it scored higher.
It counts.
A Baldur's Gate 3 scoring a magnificent 96. The closest
Jesus
one to it
Christ.
was Clue at 93. I scored a 92. Desunoto 91, and Adam 84. Kevin 88. All right.
Yeah, I was on
moving
drugs
here.
that day.
Samba de Amigo came out at a 72. Closest one to this was Adam at 75. I scored a 23 on this. Desunoto scored a 70. Clue scored 83.
Wait,
Kevin,
didn't
6.
Didn't Desunoto get the closest then with 70 and 72? I'm 5.
Oh,
I'm 3 points away.
I'm terrible at math. Desunoto, you're the closest one. Oh my
Man,
god!
if
Wow.
only Genesis
My
could
brain.
read.
I mean, it's only by 1 point, so.
My brain is broken, guys. My brain is broken. Okay. Next one. We got Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. Scored an 85. The closest one here would have been 83, which Desunoto had. I scored a 98.
Clue.
Hold on a second. No, hold on. Okay, yeah.
Haven?
No, yeah, 98. Kevin did an 81. Clue was an 89, and Adam, you were an 88. Sorry, some of the
Man, if
numbers
this
got mixed
and my
up.
Baldur's Gate score were switched, I'd be living a happier life.
All right. Moving out 2 scored an 82. Clue, 78. Desunoto, 78. How do we? Oh, well, that was an exception there because
yeah, it's because we got Clue scores afterwards.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah,
it's fine.
I scored it a 52. Between Adam and Kevin, which of you guys do you think got the closest?
Kevin.
Kevin scored exact at 82.
Yeah, Kevin was the only one in the 80s.
And Adam, you scored a 77.
I was born in the 80s, thanks.
Under the Waves has also not gotten rated yet. I'm sorry about that.
That came out today as well, so I wouldn't worry about it.
I'll probably update it in about 2 or 3 days.
I mean, you got to update it at the end of the year anyways.
I'm going to update it in 24 hours.
All right.
Sea of Stars scores is currently sitting at an 89. It was sitting at a 93, but that has since dropped.
Wow.
The winner of the exact here is Clue at 89.
Damn, Clue!
I had a 90, Kevin 82. I'm sorry, Desunoto was 82, Kevin was 73, and Adam was 84. Let's
Love
see.
me some
Texas
84s.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre surprisingly scored a 75. The closest one to this one? Anybody want to take a guess?
Me.
You are incorrect, sir. Clue
What?
was the closest one at 67.
Oh, am I like right below that?
You are a 66, my friend.
I'm usually the most
Kevin,
positive.
You scored a 49. Desunoto scored a 55.
Damn! I made points
35.
up here.
All right, Fort
This
Solace.
is where Clue and I gained some points.
And this is also where you and Clue both lost points.
Fort
Solace.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we did.
scored a 63.
I didn't lose as many as. Yeah, it's not great.
No one's so people are talking about that even less than what was that other horror game that came out last year? The
Callisto Protocol.
Yeah. So Coastal Protocol at least got press. No one's even talking about Fort Solace.
Yeah, Fort Solace. Yeah, it's a good reason why.
It's yeah. Scored a 63. The closest one to that, Kevin, at a 71. I scored at a 90. Desnodo 82. Clue 88 and Adam 81.
All right, I lost less points than Clue and Decinoto on that one. I'll take it.
Am I missing anything here? Let me just go back and check the list real quick.
63. Why?
That is it for August games, gentlemen. Good luck to everybody for September.
Thank you.
I don't know who the winner of July was or August because I think this thing stopped filling it in. I don't know. So
It doesn't fill it in. You have to fill it in. Also, the answer is Decinoto every month so far. Still. Laugh until it changes.
So Decinoto and Clue, you guys have a less than 20-point difference between you guys. So it's anybody's game. Anybody's game at this point. Anybody's game except for me because
game.
I'm
coming
dead.
for you.
I don't make games. It's not my game.
Kevin, you're a funny guy.
What? Am I?
Eh.
There you go. That's an honest answer. That's what we like to see, an honest answer.
All right, that is it for my
I killed
section.
Everything, didn't I? There we go.
For God, that is the end of my section for the ratings for September. Kevin, you're up.
Oh shit! All right, real quick, the easy topic: Diablo 4 patch 1.3. So this is a thing. So most of this patch, I can get behind. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. And honestly, they haven't really been doing like too terrible of a job, I guess, with these patches. But they're really not doing what they set out to do with this game, which was make all kinds of builds viable and shit like that. They still haven't patched like over half the skills in the goddamn game, and they still do absolute shit damage. So I don't know. They got. I don't know what the problem is. They got some weird priorities. And then they revealed freaking season 2 already at Gamescom. Also very confusing. It looks like it could be something, but I don't know. Then they like hyped up season 2. They're like, oh man, everybody, guess what? There's gonna be a big patch again. We're making a lot of changes, and everybody's like, cool. Why don't you make the changes now since you're developing these patches and also developing that season, so you could just patch shit now as opposed to waiting. But apparently Blizzard's incapable of doing shit like that because that makes all too much sense. So everything was all hunky-dory in this patch because they were nerfing some of the stupid-ass CC that enemies can do where they just crowd control the shit out of you. And then you get to this patch note under the gameplay heading. When the following skills and powers were applied by a player on a monster, other players were unexpectedly able to benefit from that effect. This issue has been fixed. The first skill in this list, which I'll just read everything: Decrepify, Shadow Blight, Twisting Blades, Shatter, Hemorrhage, Exploit Weakness, Revenge, Dominate, Fang and Claw, Dead Razor, and Amplify. Some of those have to do with Paragon board, glyphs, and nodes, but who gives a shit? Alright, Decrepify is a curse applied by a necromancer that debuffs an enemy. Now other players are not going to be able to benefit from the effects of this skill. Do you want this game to be a multiplayer game, or do you not want this game to be a multiplayer game? Because you literally just buffed all enemy health in multiplayer games in the previous patches. Every time a player joins, monsters have even more health. And now you're like, oh, you want to debuff monsters and have everybody in your party benefit from this? That's apparently an issue. That's a bug. They fixed it. How the fuck? I don't understand. I've given up on Diablo 4. Maybe Season 2 saves it. I doubt it. I have no idea where this company is going anymore. Rip Blizzard. God, I hope they just lose all their money.
Well, rip Xbox now, because that's who's dealing with it.
I don't understand. If anybody can provide any answer to that, I'm all ears. But I just don't get it. when the game that takes out a debuff from actually affecting multiplayer aspects of the game. Sure. That's the Diablo 4 topic. Questions, comments. Cool. Moving on. All right. I'm gonna go fanboy over Armored Core 6 for a hot minute, and then Genesis and I are gonna talk about Remnant. He doesn't.
Hell
Maybe he knows it. Maybe he
yeah.
doesn't. I don't know if he read my messages.
No, I did read it. I did.
Oh,
read
you
it.
did? Good.
Yeah, I
Get
did.
prepared. Here's your time to prepare. All
I
right.
got you.
Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. Man, this game is freaking good. This is a really good Armored Core game. And if you followed anything I was saying up until the release of this game, I was skeptical. Because From Software has been really knocking it out of the park with all the Dark Souls games, and Armored Core isn't really a Dark Souls kind of game. And the developers were kind of like, look, it's kind of close. And people were like, ooh, I don't know if it's supposed to be. I don't know if it should be. Well, let's just say this. A lot of people are going to say it's not really a Dark Souls game. I can see where people would say it is. The combat is a lot quicker than it normally is. But at the same time, you still feel like you're controlling a big mech because there's a lot of momentum in the game. And there's actually stats that say how effectively your AC unit is at combating existing momentum and how quickly you can transition from one movement lane to the other. This game controls amazingly. Oh my god. I have no idea how the hell they went. Well, now, granted, I've been away from this series for a hot minute. The last game I played was on PS2. The last game I played, R1 was look up and R2 was look down. All right, it's been a hot minute, but the controls are amazing. The auto lock on is the best auto lock on in any game to date, period. And developers of all games that are third person action in any way, take note. Play this game, dissect this game, make this. It is fantastic. You can't necessarily use it, use the entirety of it because it does kind of rely on the whole targeting computer piece in the Armored Core for it to actually work the way it does in Armored Core. But it's very good at targeting what you want it to target, and it's also just it's so natural. It still does a similar thing that what like Dark Souls would do if you lock onto an enemy, where you now circle strafe them instead of freely walking around the room. But something still feels like you have a lot more freedom of movement. It might just be the speed of the game. I don't know, but it just feels really good even when you're completely locked onto an enemy. All the stats in the game, I like how they present it. They have like a summary of important stats on a small screen. You can hit a button if you want to see all the stats and you want to go crazy over all that, like I do. I spent 20 minutes looking at stats of the various things and planning out a future build because I'm weird. Gameplay wise, I think this game freaking knocked it out of the park. It is so fun to play. It's challenging at the right times. The fact that they kept everything, well, more or less, from the original games is wild to me. So for those that don't know or haven't picked up this game yet, when you go into the parts shop and you buy stuff with your money, you can buy, let's say, like some rifle you buy at 105,000 credits. You can then turn around and sell that same rifle back for 105,000 credits. The only time you will ever lose money in this game is if you respec your OS tuning, and that's only to the tune of like $12,000, or 12,000 credits, which you can make up in anything at all in the game. Any single activity, you can make that up in moments.
Make it up.
So this game, just like it used to, really allows you to experiment with things. And when you see something in a shop that you're like, oh man, I wonder how this weapon functions. Hey, buy it. Go into the AC test area. Spawn enemies if you want to. Fire it. See what it does. And then while you're in there, mess around with your assembly. And you can change things out on the fly. Maybe you can find some way to mitigate the recoil on the gun a little a little bit better as you're testing the new weapon, whatever have you. They've made it so that the different legs have more of a purpose than they have in previous games. Every Armored Core before this still had like discernible differences between like a bipedal, a tetrapod, and a tread, tank, tread, I don't know, words, feet AC. But this game really separates all that even further. Anything that's bipedal, you kind of have like the best of all worlds. Your boosters can really help you out depending on what boosters you put on. Then you have inverted legs, which the knee bends the opposite direction. You're able to jump a lot higher and jump further without having to put boosters on. So you can kind of get away with boosters that don't have a lot of upward lift because you can provide that yourself by jumping in the air. Then you have tetrapods, which are four-legged, spider-like robots. They have so many boosters on them they can actually go into a hover mode, and that's a lot of fun. And when you're hovering around, because you are hovering in the air, most weapons that would require a bipedal AC to stand still to like prepare to fire and then shoulder the recoil, you can do just whatever, and you're hovering, so you don't have to get ready to shoot. You're already ready to fire. And tank treads do this even better, where you can fire those weapons on the move. So it's very interesting. It opens up some really interesting ways of building an AC unit. However, chapter bosses and certain main bosses are kind of trivialized because they have weird defensive stats. Like they're trivialized by certain builds. The end of chapter 1, the boss Balteus, who is super infamous at this point because everybody's like getting stuck there, due to the fact that it is significantly harder than the other two bosses you fight in chapter 1. He has very, very high kinetic defensive stats, and if you're going in with anything like that, any setup like that, you just don't have the weapon variety at that stage of the game in order to deal with defenses like that. So you go in with like a tank body and some energy weapons, and he doesn't even have a chance to put his shield back up before he's destroyed. It's real weird. So hopefully the bosses get a little bit more leveled out. I think like some patches to just make it more fair for all weapon types are in order, but also at the same time, it's not horrible that you have to like kind of set yourself up to fight these main bosses because the game allows you to. So as you're playing, you'll like checkpoint at areas, and if you are destroyed, you can always enter the assembly screen and mess around, make another AC, change some weapons out, put some new weapons in, whatever have you, to keep progressing through the game. So it doesn't penalize you, but it'd be nice to see like more builds work in more situations because you can make them work in other sections of the game. Is this something that it like takes points away from this game? Absolutely not, because like part of the game is trying to figure out like what is the best way to fight against something, and maybe you don't have the weapons and whatnot that you should for an ideal fight. The arena challenges that you get throughout the game, these really nail this point home. In fact, if there's anybody that you can watch like do this, you can really tell if they have an idea of how this game like really works based on how they approach fighting somebody. I haven't gotten the multiplayer aspect of this game unlocked yet, so I haven't been able to 1v1 actual people. But the AI arena setups, I can look at the weapons. I like this one that had decent armor, had grenade launchers and missiles. And it was like, oh, okay, well, it's got grenade launchers, which means it has a blast radius on both of its hand weapons, so I stay in the air. If you don't make that, like, change in your playstyle, and you don't have the armor to withstand all that blast radius, all the explosive damage that's coming in on you, you're never going to freaking destroy this thing. But like if you're able to stay in the air, or you can play around that and stay further away, whatever have you, you'll do just fine. And then you have other things like a tank that has Gatling guns on it, where you go, okay, cool. The obvious way to beat you is to move faster than you can turn, and just circle strafe the hell out of it, and it works. So a lot of like counterplay in this game comes down to player decisions, player movement, and your play style and whatnot, which is really cool. And that's what Armored Core has kind of always been known for. So, good job there. There's hidden stuff, which has kind of been a thing in Armored Core, but not really. There's a lot more stuff going on in this game that's hidden away in various sections of the map. Scanning is a new feature to me. I don't know if other games have had this, but that's kind of cool because you can see stuff within your scannable range, which is dictated by your headpiece. A whole bunch of I don't know. It's really cool, really fun game. Highly recommend looking into it. Watch some gameplay if you're unsure. Know that you're stepping into something that's going to be a bit of a challenge, but also the game doesn't penalize you for changing things up. Like I said, when you go into the part shop, you buy something, you're like, oh man, this weapon isn't as good as I thought it was going to be, or oh man, I really can't make this work. Cool, sell it back. That's it. You get all your money back, buy something else. You're going through the game and you realize it's at a certain point that like, oh man, this AC isn't cutting it anymore. All right, cool. Sell all that back if you want to and buy a whole new setup. Also, you have the ability to save 40 different loadouts, complete all pieces and everything within the loadout, which is freaking awesome. I already have 2 set up, and will definitely have more once I get more of these pieces unlocked. Uh, the length of this game is a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. There are 59 missions in the game. You can only unlock all 59 missions in a minimum of 3 playthroughs, which will happen in New Game Plus, and New Game Plus Plus, because there are different branching mission lines that you can choose from throughout the game, and certain missions only unlock in New Game Plus or New Game Plus Plus. So if you want content, you got content in this bad boy. And it's From Software, and Dark Souls and all that got a lot of DLC, so you can assume that this game will at least get like 1 or 2 packs. So I'm very happy with this game. I have very little to complain about. The only thing that I can really complain about is like I think that the what you call it? The like how do I word this? The way that they've approached main bosses is kind of annoying in that you're basically going to have to test weapons over and over and over again, just go through like a list of weapons to find what works, because it's not easily apparent. Whereas if you were going up against other AC units, like in 1v1 or 3v3 multiplayer or the arena, just by looking at it, as long as you recognize what the parts are that you're looking at, you'll have an idea of what you're going up against. Whereas the bosses are just who knows until you start to do damage, or don't do damage. One of the two. That's about it. That's Armored Core, Fire's Rubicon. I recommend. I do not recommend this game to everybody who likes Dark Souls. It is not the same thing. Look into it first. It is a lot faster, a lot more demanding on player response being quick. Yes, attacks are telegraphed. You have a lot less of a window to respond, and it's more audio cues than visual. There you go.
Thank you as always, Kevin. That has been Kevin's wisdom of all the games he's played. I appreciate, and I'm sure everybody else appreciates always
Dude,
the time and effort
so
you put
good.
in.
So good.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
Buddy boy, I'm going to start this one because
Yes, I'm ready.
I'm going to give you a little break. So, we're going to talk about Remnant 2 for a little bit. And Remnant 2, specifically, we're going to talk about the way weapons are achieved in this game, and just why is this game still so much fun after we've already put 38 plus hours into this godforsaken game. Okay, so first I want to talk about the weapons itself, right? We like to compare this game to Borderlands for 2 particular reasons. You get a lot of variety of guns in this game, a lot of different types of weapons you can use, and this is a very there's a lot of different worlds you can get into this game. Given Kevin and I have, I think, just explored, I don't know how many different variations of one of the Bloodborne-esque worlds that we walked into. And the way that they give you weapons in this game is a very drip feed type of way. So they don't just hand you everything all at once and say, okay, here's 1,000 different guns you can have, like Borderlands will, right? There's like 18 billion variations of guns you can get, from snipers to machine guns to assault rifles to pistols to whatever, you know. This game, you have to work for your weapons. You really have to know what you're doing, and to get some of these weapons, it's not as apparent as you think. Some of these weapons, to get them, you have to, like, to be honest with you, you have to look them up. There is, I don't know how else we would have found out how to do some of these things, because I'm like, how would we have known to do that? It does the Bloodborne thing where, like, they show you some of the they play some of the lore out, and they're like, okay, you can, if you read some of this, you listen to this character talk, you do this, you do that, you get something done, essentially like that. Essentially, for example, we had the spear that we got, right? The spear in this game that you can is the only spear that I know of that you can throw. That spear essentially is taken by killing the Huntress, which this boss will either randomly spawn in the middle of one of your fights in the Bloodborne-esque world, or you gotta go find the boss laying down in a cemetery, and then she'll start to just beat the crap out of you. And oh, wait, if you beat the crap out of her, she's gonna end up running from you because she's a little bitch. Okay? And if you kill her, you get the spear that you're able to throw at people, literally impaling people with the spear. That's a pretty obvious one where you kill a boss and you get a weapon, right? Then there's the not so obvious one, the pulse rifle. Let's take that one into consideration here.
Ooh,
Pulse rifle needs to be obtained by being on the perfect roll of the what do they call it? What was the name of the world? Nidrun?
Nerdrew, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. The prison world, since is what we call it. You need to, yeah. We need to have the perfect roll, because essentially, if the RNG roll that you got of that world is off by even one of the particular items that you need, the pulse rifle is locked out of that, and you have to re-roll the world to be able to get that pulse rifle again. Pulse rifle requires you to get 3 different specific items that spawn by chance into the world, and you need to take it back to a machine that will be able to input 3 slots for 3 different specific items. Only then you unlock the pulse rifle, which is one of the best rifles in the game. Kevin, I will tell you right now, I did try hardcore mode with one of my other buds who got the game. He told me he wanted to play with me. I was like, cool, we'll play. He was running a hardcore character. I tried the engineer as a brand new character in hardcore. Did you know the engineer gets the pulse rifle and some stupid handgun, like some crazy handgun, as his primary first weapons?
No.
So pulse rifle is by far, so far as far as I'm aware, one of the best weapons in the game to get. That thing is insane for the 3-round burst and the amount of damage it does. It's great. That's at stock, right? I haven't even I didn't even get a chance to up it because we died and I lost a hardcore character. So I didn't even get a chance to up it. Pulse rifle's insane. Now, I made the original comparison with Borderlands because Borderlands gives you a billion guns to be able to choose from. You have endless variety. No 2 guns will ever be the same, right? Do we need a quantity like that stupid quantity of guns, though? In Remnant, they give you a very slow feed of guns, and you're sometimes using the same gun from the beginning of the game all the way to the end of the game, because really you want to invest all your points and level that gun up and make it one of the best guns you own. I think, in my opinion, having a little bit less variety, because I can't tell you how many times when Kevin and I played Tiny Tina's, every time I get a new gun, I go open that stupid box in the middle of the city that will continuously give you just, purples for every single code you put in from the Shift website, right? Every time I get something new from in there, I will just take it and put it on. I keep destroying my build and going back into it, and destroying my build and going back into it. Now, to my detriment, I am doing the same thing with Remnant, but the difference is with the Remnant is that we don't get weapons as often. So I'm more eager to test something newer and see how it is and if it's worth changing the style. Borderlands, we get so many weapons all the time. I'm always just like, I'm just gonna let go of this. I want to put this on. Let go of this. Put this one on. Let go of this. Put this one on. Like there's no rhyme or reason, but I'm just changing weapons. And I think if you slow the feed of weapons and you really make the weapons feel unique, they serve more of a purpose in the game that makes the guns more worthwhile to use. That's an opinion that I have for that in particular. I don't know, Kevin. What is your opinion on this whole topic like that?
So, I'm gonna take this in a slightly different direction.
Sure.
So keep talking about Borderlands. Borderlands, I mean, it's more of like a Diablo style game than Remnant. I get that, but like we compare the two because I don't know, they're both looter shooters in their own way. And the thing about Remnant that keeps it so fun is everything is like gradually unlocked, gradually achieved. And it makes it a lot more exciting when you get something new. It's like, oh man, a thing. What are we gonna do with it? What are we gonna do with it? And um, it's similar in a way to Dark Souls, but Dark Souls, like at times you find like that thing that you're like, all right, this is what I'm going to use. I'm jamming with this, and there's no point in me picking up. Oh, this is a sword. I don't want to use that sword. I don't want to use a sword. I want to use a halberd. I don't freaking know. Random example. Halberd's really hard to use. I don't know. Like certain weapon types in games like Dark Souls, you're just sort of like, oh, I don't want to use this at all. And I guess Remnant can be similar, but even for me, playing like the high damage output, every time a new weapon comes along, it's like, oh, hang on, what's this? What's this look like? Um, I think that this like formula for a looter shooter should be examined and put into other games, say like Borderlands. You can have all the crazy guns with all sorts of random ass stats dropping all the time. That's fine. But also consider putting in, hey, here's this random area off like your main path. You can go in it. It can roll a few different ways because that's always fun too. The fact that the world of Remnant can roll in so many different fashions, and have all these different areas for you to explore. Each one has different bosses and puzzles and things to do. Um, Real fun, and you know you're rewarded each time with weapons, armor, whatever have you. Borderlands could do something similar, where you have these little areas off to the side, or like special bosses that are not part of any quest line. It's just, hey, can you find it? Can you get to it? And when you fight it and you kill it, give the player something unique. Now there are unique drops to certain bosses already in Borderlands, but to get those, you always grind your ass off and fight these bosses time and time again to hope to get them. Have it be a guaranteed thing that drops, and maybe the boss is just gone at that point. Who knows? But like these things that you can go looking for, and this sense of like adventure that is just so different is really resonating with both of us as we're playing this game. I mean, it's one of the reasons I continue to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is the gameplay itself good and the boss fights are so varied and well done, the puzzles are creative as hell. Um, it's just you're waiting for that next thing. And yeah, okay, we can look all these weapons up online and know what we're looking for. It still doesn't matter. We've looked up certain things and we're like, oh man, how do we get that? Oh, we get it like this. Cool. Then you get it, and there's still a rush because you're like, oh man, we got this. We worked together and we figured out how to get. Well, maybe we didn't figure it out. We probably looked it up, but we got it. We did the things you're supposed to do to get it, and now let's see how it is. And I don't think we've really been. I mean, there's been weapons that were kind of like, oh, well, we're not going to use this, but like, I can see the point of most weapons that are in the game. And even if you can't right away, when you get an amulet, a ring, something that gives you like a certain buff that gels with a weapon you already had, you go like, oh man, here we go. And that brings me to the other thing that Borderlands really needs. Borderlands, in my opinion, and the reason why I really like Tiny Tina is I finally figured it out. I like it when games allow for you to really take whatever skills, abilities, spells, whatever the freaking hell you have, whatever, and modify them through gear that you find. Borderlands, Tiny Tina doesn't technically do this, but the spells were very varied. And then you had like I forget if it was yellow or orange text that was like an enchantment thing that can slightly change up how different things interact. Maybe after using a melee, your spells recharge that much quicker, or you use a spell and your next critical hit with a gun is going to do more damage, or whatever have you, where you have this interplay going on. That's all well and good, but nothing really interacts with the skill trees of Borderlands across all its games. All they do is plus ranks, which plus ranks is good. But where are like the items that say, hey, your God, now I gotta recall these skills. Roland's turret in Borderlands 1 now also spawns 2 additional copies when it hits the ground. Or Roland's turret gets wheels and can drive around. And that could be tied to some sort of inventory slot that perhaps doesn't even exist in the game yet. And then those items could be hidden away behind certain special bosses, puzzles that are out in the world that maybe you notice that it's there, maybe you don't, and you can overlook it. And then later on, you're looking around online, and people are like, "Oh man, you solved the puzzle, and what's his nuts' locker?" And you go, "What the fuck? I was there. There's no puzzle there." You read the article, and you go, "Oh shit, there was a puzzle there. I didn't even think that was like an interactable object. It looked like something that was in the environment." I don't know. It's it's just so good. It's so addicting.
I would
Dennis,
have to agree. Remnant is
like,
definitely a super, super addicting game. Every time you and I think about, hey, what do we want to do? You want to play Remnant 2? Absolutely. It's not even a question. They're like, let's
it's
go
not.
do it.
It's the
Let's
thing.
just go play. And we just have a blast every single time we go on. The most recent time we played, I was so hooked on going to this damn asylum. He could not. He was like, I am so sick of hearing this goddamn asylum from you. We're gonna find it. You're gonna go there, and I swear to God, if you're not wowed and amazed by everything in it, I'm gonna shove you down a goddamn hole. And let me tell you, I did not find a hole that was big enough for me because I was so amazed by the asylum.
Wow, that was
Every
bad.
every single thing that we took, every single turn we took in that house, right? Or I guess in that in the building, because it's not really a house;
Yeah.
it's too big to be a house. Um, every turn we took in that building was awesome. From the nurses with knives running around to the people chained to the straight beds and all, not straight beds, the straight jackets to the beds. And from the maybe ghost lady in the bottom in the
Mm-hmm.
basement that was allegedly saying she got trapped in there by her nurses and she was making the statue, to the thing we could never figure out what the hell we're supposed to have to open up the webs and open up a portal behind it. Listen, and the chainsaw dude banging on the inside of a shed. I open the door and he comes out and he's chasing after Kevin and I'm just shooting him. I'm like, dude, this place, amazing. 10 out of 10.
Good
Love
times.
this
It's
place.
good times. Yep.
The asylum was great. I absolutely loved it. It was amazing. But yeah, there's never a dull moment in Remnant where I'm like, I've hit a boring board and I point and I just gotta switch games or I'm tired and I'll tell Kevin like, oh, you know, I'm gonna do something else. Like I'm bored, or he'll tell me, you know what, I'm signing off for tonight. I'm done. Like, now we will die multiple times to a boss before we call it quits because we're like, oh, maybe we could do this, maybe we do this, maybe we do that, maybe we do this. And yeah, Remnant 2 currently sold out almost everywhere in Buffalo between Best Buy and GameStop. I don't know if Walmart and Target have it. I did not check them, but the people that actually offer, game stuff like that, Best Buy and GameStop, currently sold out of it. Can't find it anywhere here. So super popular game. I think it's on sale on Amazon for $45 though. So anybody looking for
gaining traction.
Anybody looking for a great time with a couple of buddies running around in Remnant, you want to shoot up some AI, you want to go through different worlds, you want to just take spears and lodge them in each other's asses. Listen, pick up Remnant 2. Yeah.
That's some wow for you. I was reading an article earlier today. DLC 1, Q4.
You're shitting me.
I'm not. Apparently, they're going to drop 3 DLC packs in the first year.
Oh my god, I can't even imagine what worlds we're going to get out of those DLC packs, man. Is it, I don't know if it's paid or free. Did they mention that at all?
No. I would assume paid. I will give them money. I don't care.
Whatever it is. The game's only $50. First of all, it started cheaper than most other games, so.
Yeah.
Remnant 2, give it a shot. I'm sure people would like it. Desonoto, I think you should give Remnant 2 a shot. I think you'd actually enjoy this game. It's actually pretty fun. Adam, I don't know. Maybe it's third person. I'm not too sure if you would, but I don't know. If it ever comes on Plus, maybe.
Not for me.
Listen, we were at one point thinking of playing the last Remnant, right? The one that was before this.
You were.
Did I not ask Adam and you to play?
You asked me, and I said, I may have made a mistake.
Was it Clue and Adam?
Admit that.
I don't know.
But when I swear, when the first Remnant game came out, all people talked about was how buggy it was. I could be wrong.
The first one was bad.
There we go.
All right. Gentlemen, do we have any other topics to talk about tonight?
I have one.
Mm-hmm.
It could get a little divisive, but I think we're all on the same page. Give me 1 second. Fill time.
Filling time, like we're filling
since we're going to start to get divisive, let's jump. Let's jump to Ubisoft and X-Defiant.
No. I hear enough about this game at work.
Ben Affleck, he's playing that one game.
Valorant?
Yeah, Valorant, thank you.
Oh, that's Riot Games. That's okay.
Ben Affleck is playing Valorant.
I'm intrigued to see what X-Defiant does.
All right.
I hope it's free.
All right. So I found it. Thank you for filling time, everybody.
You're welcome.
Desonoto, shout out to you. So he didn't do anything. So I just wanted to point that out. So on Push Square had an interesting article where they said PS Plus and Xbox Game Pass spending has completely plateaued in the USA. I'm not going to read the whole article, but a part that I thought was quite interesting was revenue peaked at around $400 million per month for Xbox Game Pass. Will anybody care to guess when that happened?
Back in...
I want to say Bethesda.
Maybe the release of Halo.
I need a month and a year, guys. I don't...
Okay, November 2022.
Okay, November 2022. Kevin?
I don't know when the event I just listed happened. I'm just going to go May 2021.
May, okay, 2021. Okay. Desonoto, you got a guess?
Well,
he does not have a guess. So the answer is November 2021.
Oh, damn.
So, which is a few months before the Bethesda, or a few months before the Activision announcement.
Okay.
Okay.
So it peaked because that's when everybody was still bunkered down, and it has been slowly declining ever since. With some quotes in here, from GameIndustry.biz. Subscription fatigue, fewer available dollars for discretionary spending due to higher food and gas prices, slow mass market adoption of cloud gaming, and a strong slate of new premium releases may be contributing factors to the slowdown. And then our view is that gaming subscriptions don't have quite the same appeal as movies and music. While other entertainment mediums can, by their nature, be quite passive, gaming demands your full attention at all times, and many consumers are content playing the one or two titles they like per year, many of which are even free to play these days. And then this is a Sony website, but so this is kind of like I would say a fanboyish kind of a statement, but I actually agree with it, not just because I'm a Sony fanboy. I actually think it has a good point. Sony, to its credit, has been smart with its alterations to PS Plus. It's managed to retain its roughly 50 million or so active members and enticed a handful of them to upgrade to either PS Plus Extra or Premium. This means it's successfully increased the average revenue its earnings per user, maximizing its income without undermining its already very successful business model. Now, the reason I bring this article up is Xbox and the world has been asking, is Game Pass profitable? And Xbox has constantly said that it doesn't matter, it eventually will be. But now that the world is not doing too great in regards to monetary value, do you think anything will change at Xbox in regards to Game Pass? Like, do you think they will start to limit like what kind of games they put on it day one? Or do you think it's too late?
Didn't they just do this?
What do you mean?
I believe was it today, yesterday, they removed
The
the
$1
14-day trial.
trial. Yeah.
Well, they removed that $1 trial anytime a big release comes.
Oh,
They don't want. They
okay.
want to
My,
make more
my
money.
mistake. My mistake.
Yeah, they because a lot of people. I mean, I probably would have tried that $1 trial just to see if the game runs on my PC.
So this is an interesting. This is an interesting thing, and I'm gonna pull something that I just was reading about, and it has to do with Disney and like Disney Plus, for example. I think streaming fatigue in a whole. I understand like the TV and movie and like Peacock, Disney Plus, Discovery. Oh, I'm sorry, now it's on Discovery. It's Max now,
Yeah,
or
Max.
yeah, and Prime and all the other.
So many.
Yeah, all the stupid Netflix, everybody essentially.
Also,
You know,
happy birthday to Netflix. 23 years old or 26 years old today.
wow, getting more and more legal by the day.
Oh,
So
right.
God.
so essentially, Disney is currently going to be
Wow.
sued, I think, by its the investors for Disney, due to the facade that they were putting on for the profitability of streaming. And the only reason why I bring this up is because I feel like there's a curtain being lifted on every single streaming service at this point, whether it's a video game or a multimedia streaming service. I don't know about the music because music is cheaper
Yeah, music's all over the
video.
place.
Yeah,
Music's a
I
whole
can't
other
speak for that one.
conversation.
But video and video games and mostly TV and movies, it seems like the companies are all saying the same thing. We have all these subscribers, it's making us money, but on the back end, when you look at the raw numbers and you look at the actual state of what streaming has done, streaming is it's a slow killing virus at this point that is essentially infected almost every single company that wants to join this whole like great uh, era of streaming. Almost every single like big place has a big company has a streaming partner at this point, and like I'll take the Disney Plus thing for example. Disney Plus is going to be forced to probably sell ESPN. Given they have too much, they're removing things quite a bit to lessen the amount of, I believe, I don't know if royalties is the right word or licenses they have to pay to keep these things on their service. To make it more profitable, because for the longest time, Chapek, the previous CEO, was not saying how profitable or detrimental the streaming service was. The realization came when job cuts and cost cutting attempts had to be made to keep the streaming service positive, because that was the focus of the company. They figured streaming is the way of the future. People want these on-demand services to be able to see what they want to see at any given moment in time. It's instant gratification for whatever you want, right? Whatever you want to see, it's there at a snap of a finger for you. You just have to have an internet connection. And I don't know if it's 100% confirmed they're going to sue. It's just something I recently read. I think it was like Bloomberg News was talking about that. So I don't know 100%, but people are in decline of almost every single streaming service there is. Netflix is no exception as well. They just reported a 200,000 lost subscriber for their recent earnings that they just did for subscribers. Ever since they did this whole what is it, the password crackdown. I hear Disney Plus wants to do the same thing. I'm not sure if anybody else is following suit with the whole password crackdown thing. But anyway, the only reason why I mentioned that, going back to Xbox now, going back to the actual thing that you talked about, I'm sorry, I went on a little tangent there. I feel like Xbox wholeheartedly believes that streaming is the way of the future. Sony, let me finish my thought with Xbox actually, because I get sidetracked all over the place. They are covering, I think, they are covering how profitable or how not profitable Game Pass is. To answer your question of, do you think that they have to start removing or limiting things on that service to create profitability? 110% yes. You cannot. And we're learning and seeing by example from other multi-billion, trillion-dollar companies that you cannot afford to keep all that media and keep the constant surge of just nonstop. There's so many things for you to do on this pace along with money, because yes, the world is in a bad place monetarily. People cannot afford to put the money into things like this anymore. And just because everything is on there doesn't mean that it is what people really want at the end of the day. People are definitely more content in buying those premium games. Look at Baldur's Gate that just came out. Baldur's Gate, people are going to go pick up Baldur's Gate because, yeah, it's essentially a game of the generation at this point now, being a 96 at this point. I'm sure Starfield is going to attract the attention for Game Pass, but now that the trial is gone, I'm sure there'll be a little less in attention for Game Pass. More people may go out and actually buy Starfield, but I think the era of streaming is slowly going to as quickly as it peaked, it's going to downfall just as fast. Because no matter how much they say it's profitable, I don't think it's as profitable as most people think. You're gonna be bleeding too much cash to keep everything new, fresh, entertaining, relevant, and offer the plethora of options that you currently have now. Sony is doing it a little bit differently and better, in my opinion. The big titles they want to make money on, it's going to be premium titles. Hey, you got to go out and buy it. It's not going to come on this service. Smaller titles, sure, absolutely. Sea of Stars just popped on that thing yesterday. Go take Sea of Stars. You can play that, no problem. Stray, day one release on it. Not a huge title. Hey, it did cool numbers, but Stray is not going to be a premium title like that. I think they will stick behind that model because it's going to come back to the fact of people are going to put the money into the things that they want very carefully now. It's no longer like, hey, throw all this money here, throw all this money there. I don't care. I got everything now. I'm good. That's another sleeping.
It happens.
Sorry, I went on a little too long there, but
no, you're fine. You're fine. The Netflix thing is kind of confusing because they gained 5.9 million subscribers after the password crackdown.
Yeah, I was just reading an article that they just posted now 200,000 people have left.
The only article I found that said that was 2022.
I'll bring it up. I'll see if I find it. I was reading it through Reddit here, but you're fine. Go keep going. If I don't find it, maybe I was wrong on that.
Yeah, I literally just read their quarterly earnings report as of July 2023.
200,000 users. This is this is from Forbes. I'm not 100% sure if I believe that then.
So I'm not quite sure.
This is August 29, 2023. Almost 200,000 users abandoned Netflix's pass for crackdown backfires from Forbes.
What?
I'll send the link.
Yeah, please, because I'm very confused on how their earnings talks about it.
Specifically, it's showing Australia, so 200,000 out of there.
What the hell?
I don't know. I was just reading that, so.
So what was the question of this?
Yeah, 200,000 Australian users have left. That's
yes.
it. That's all that is.
Yeah,
but they gained 5.9 million subscribers.
Yeah.
So they didn't lose. I mean, they lost, but compared to what they gained, it doesn't even matter. So they're doing fine. Disney's a whole other thing because they put out shit content most of the time, and a lot of people are like, "This is shit content, and I don't want to watch it." So they're falling apart. Streaming services are all over the place. Kevin, the question was, do you think Xbox will have to back down on their promises of everything being day one? Or do you think that it's too late for them to do that?
I think they probably will start backing down. I don't think it's too late. It's Microsoft. Nothing's ever too late for Microsoft. Also, they've already gone back on so many different things. Like you got the thing about the Xbox Series S, and they're like, "Oh no, we're gonna make sure everything works," and it's already no, not everything works.
Yeah, so far they've only made one exception.
Yeah, it's the biggest.
That's how it starts,
yet.
though. Yeah.
Exactly, and like, what are you gonna do as a consumer? What are you gonna do? Microsoft's always gonna be there. You're gonna come crawling back to that Xbox when the Xbox the Xbox Fuck You comes out in 2029. I don't know. I don't know what the hell it's gonna be called.
I think I read something about the next console being made. I don't know, something.
Or no, never mind.
That was that. Yeah, that was that shit ass post I put from 4chan or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, that was shit ass.
The Xbox Comfy, the Xbox Brigade. I don't know.
The Xbox come in your ass.
No. That's no.
Oh, sorry. That's the PlayStation come in your ass. I'm sorry.
That's a marketing nightmare. But yeah, I don't know. I think they'll definitely have to remove stuff.
The Xbox come in your ass would be CIYA, and the Xbox SIA I could totally see. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, though?
Yeah, you're right.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I found this interesting. Because it's just like, okay, you peaked in 2021. It's been a couple of years. I mean, Starfield's huge, and that's probably going to boost it. But how much can one game boost it? And then we get to the argument that we've had a million times on this podcast and in real life with each other, and I think every games person has had with the same thing that happened with streaming with movies and television. The more that you just have to keep pumping money into it, and a lot of things get canceled, and then you move on because the numbers for things are just not high enough. Like, if Starfield comes out,
run too damn high.
Yeah, if Starfield comes out and it has 30 million people play it in the first 2 days, is that a success to them? Like, I mean,
yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Shots fired, fuckers. I mean,
but if then in the next month only 6 million people are playing it, is it still a success? Like,
I think the success to them is down to you know, how many new subscribers are we gonna get out of Starfield? It's not really about the units of Starfield. If okay, what did you say the number was? No. What'd you say the number of subscriber was for or do we have a number of what they have right now? Last
I
reported?
can look into it. Give me a second.
Sure.
Why am I echoing?
Because essentially, if they hit there's a magic number they need to hit, right? That says here's profitability, right? This is our margin of what we expect Starfield to do in terms of subscriber additions. Not even talking about boxed or digital game sales, just raw subscriber additions. Here's what we expect it to do. Is it going to surpass expectations? We hope so. We want it to. We expect it to. Is it just going to, add what we need it to add? We don't want that, but if that's all it's going to do, sure. Because that's that. What are they calling it? The start of the ignition here, where if Starfield comes out at a 90 fucking 7 or 93 or whatever the fuck it's going to come out at, that's the Xbox's domino effect, and every other fucking game after that's going to be a 90 from them. They're gonna break the curse of Sony, and they're gonna have like 90 plus games and be pumping out bangers for Game Pass to be this super amazing, profitable streaming service that you need to have in your life.
So Xbox has not released any numbers for how many subscribers since like December of last year.
We'll take that number then.
It was expected they would hit 25 or 30 million by the end of this year, but I know they came out like a couple months ago saying that it wasn't getting to where they wanted it to be, so I would say it's 25.
Okay, so let's say 25, right? Let's say they expect Starfield to add an additional, I don't know, 2.5 million subscribers, right? Whether that's people going out to buy a Series X and then subscribing to Game Pass, people subscribing to Game Pass on a PC, people subscribing to Game Pass on a Samsung phone. They want this raw number of subscribers. That's their margin of success. Starfield could come out to be 13 million concurrent players when it first launches, but unless they made 2.5 additional new net adds to their subscription base, Starfield's going to be a failure. If we're going by the model that Xbox is living and breathing by, that Game Pass is the end-all be-all for Xbox.
Okay. All right. Well, so just kind of comparable a little bit. Fallout 4 sold 12 million units on launch day. Do we think Starfield will outsell Fallout 4 on launch day? If they even reveal that number. No?
No.
Wow, you just jumped right in there. Good job, Desinota.
I think just because there's going to be so many people who either have Game Pass or are going to buy the month just to try the game out. And then maybe based on that, they'll buy it.
That's why I think Xbox doesn't talk about box sales anymore or anything like that. They just talk about the net adds of subscribers.
Yeah, I don't even know if they're going to reveal this.
Yeah, unless it hits some stupid number. Like I said, if they're sitting at 25 and at the end of September they're currently sitting at 30 or 31, you better believe they're gonna talk about that. Starfield added 5 million new ad subscribers of Game Pass, and we're hitting record numbers. But they're not gonna talk about the box sales.
Yeah, and plus, if you have Game Pass, you pay $35, you get the premium upgrade for Starfield,
which is 5 days early.
Yeah, and like it comes with other things and stuff.
Yeah.
But like Starfield is kind of like the first big one that's going to really test.
That's the theory that Xbox is going to go with now, is that if we start here and we have this mega success of subscribers being added, they're going to keep that's their telltale of every game after this, we're going to be expecting 1 million subs, 2 million subs, 1 million subs, because they want. I mean, I'm sure they wanted Redfield to be that, but not Redfield, Redfall. I'm saying Starfield and Redfall. They wanted to be that, but that didn't pan out to be that way, obviously.
I'm glad it's not Redfield and Starfall, because the last one sounds like a threat to me. You know what I mean? A lot of star puns in this episode by me.
If I'll be honest with you, I don't think Starfield is going to create that 2.5 to 5 million net ads.
I think Starfield is going to be absolutely huge. Because it just looks so much fun, and I would play it if it came to PlayStation, but it's not. So, but yeah, my main question though, my answer for my own question is, I do think Microsoft will have to change tactics. I don't know how long they can go with the world being the way it is right now
God.
in this almost recession. Can
we just get in the recession and be over with it now? Like we've always been in an almost recession for I don't know.
2 years from now they'll be like the recession's over, and you'll be like, we never declared it, and they're like, well, it started again. See ya. And then people will be like, too bad we voted Logan Paul as president.
Oh my God, I'm leaving the country. Deport me, Daddy, please.
Oh, I'll deport you, alright.
Yeah, please, just deport me. I don't want to be here anymore.
Deport you with my fat foot.
Oh, Kevin, after the podcast, I want to talk about that. I want to understand what that means.
Fat foot.
But yeah, my answer, yeah, myself, is they have to change something. I can't imagine they plan to wait all of this out and be like, because there's no way you can't have a Starfield. Starfield is not like a game that can come out, like a type of game that can come out on Game Pass every year.
They're going to rebrand Game Pass. Mark my words for this. They will rebrand Game Pass as the only place to play the best Xbox games ever. Like it is. Once Starfield comes out and it's a banger, every subsequent Xbox exclusive game is going to be to Game Pass's benefit to say, you want to play this game? Go buy Game Pass. You want to buy a physical copy? Go fuck off.
Why, you think they're eventually just going to pull out of that?
I think they're going to rebrand it to, this is the way you play your Xbox Premium 90 plus what the hell am I saying? Opencritic or Metascore, Metacritic, whatever the fuck it is. I'm combining my words. This is where you find Meta Open. This is where you find your Sony level games with Xbox. This is where you play them. Nintendo's got Mario. Nintendo's got their fucking nostalgia that every fucking 40 and 30-year-old needs to go die for. And, Xbox has theirs, their absolute bangers that they're going to put out. Starfield, Avowed.
God, I can't wait for the first one.
Perfect Dark. I don't know. What else?
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, the new Call of Duty.
Scorn 2.
Sure, whatever.
Scorn coming to PlayStation.
Coming to PlayStation, baby.
Don't get excited.
Gonna play it? No.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
No.
That's gonna be rebranded. The rebranded Game Pass. I don't know the price, but I think that's what they're gonna do.
I love your thoughts. I don't agree, but I love your thoughts.
Instead of Game Pass, it's gonna be Game Customs.
GameStop. Stop here to play games.
GameStop.
I think actually there might be two different tiers of Game Pass. Well, they have tiers right now, right? Yeah. There's Game Pass.
Game Pass Ultimate, Game Pass PC, Game Pass Ultimate PC.
Okay.
Ultimate might just be with PC as well. It might just be Game Pass Ultimate, and Game Pass PC.
Okay. Never mind my thought then. But yeah. Destinoto, you got any thoughts on what you think they're gonna do? Game Pass Squared.
Game Pass 360.
Oh God.
I guess they'll keep going until they don't have any more funds to sustain themselves.
That's a long time.
Never
Trillions of dollars.
Windows
division, though, I imagine they have a set number of funds for the gaming division.
I agree with that. Yeah, I don't know how deep that pocket is though.
Or once that gets close to running out.
Xbox.
I don't think that's a pocket. I think that's Phil Spencer's job on the line. I think that's what that is.
Nah.
Yeah, I think so. Once
Or their entire
Mom and
gaming
Dad hate
division
me
on the
more.
line.
Yeah, I mean,
you just change the dude up top out. That's all you got to do. That's
no,
worked right in the past.
everyone
What's
who
that gonna
works at
solve,
Xbox
though?
or is in charge at Xbox right now, Phil Spencer has had a hand in placing them where they are. And has been
Yeah,
hiring people based on Phil Spencer. And I got to be honest,
yeah.
I
Yeah,
still like Phil Spencer.
Nah,
So,
he's had
fuck
a
him.
hand in it, all right. Every one of
Kevin,
those pants.
Kevin with these comments. Destinot, I don't know if you heard the question, but do you think Microsoft and Xbox as a whole can continue pushing Game Pass as it is, even though their highest point of revenue happened in 2021 and it still wasn't profitable then?
What happened in
Revenue.
2021?
What?
They just were making 400 million a month back in November of 2021, and it's
People got
declined ever
Hmm.
since.
I
people got
wonder what
stimulus.
came out of
Now
that
What?
time.
people were at home and
People were
like,
saving
Oh.
money and getting
yeah.
money from the government, and
All right, calm down.
yeah, it was a lovely time.
People are shitting out
Hmm.
money. They had
Yeah,
so much.
essentially. Yeah.
Hey,
It
hey,
worked.
hey, hey, don't complain about getting money from the government. Did you return yours? All right. No, I didn't think so.
I didn't get the amount of unemployment that people got while they were working, so I don't know about
Who
that.
the hell got unemployment while they were working?
Oh, you should hear some of these stories, man.
I don't know if you know this, but you're allowed to report those people to the IRS and you get rewarded for that. So if you believe those stories, then report them.
Oh,
I would love
That
to
Daddy.
get the
that's
money for
okay.
that.
This is not against you,
Daddy.
Genesis, but
We're
my dad
IRS bounty
complains about
hunters, Daddy. Remnant has been training us for this.
my dad complains about that shit all the time, and I always go, there's a path you could take to if you really hate it that much. You could totally report these things. You could even be rewarded by the government. If you're really that upset by it, do something about it. My dad goes, well, nah. And I'm like, whatever, shut up then. Like, what the hell? Oh, there's so many people stealing money from the government. Who? Well, I don't know them personally. What? Then what are you talking about, man? Like, come on.
Daddy, what's
Dad,
wrong with
if you're listening or watching, you don't even know I do this, but if you're listening, come on. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know what I mean?
Tomorrow's Wednesday. You got a call from your dad. So I heard your podcast last night calling me out. So
Hey, buddy. So what I was talking about is, I reported you to the government. Dad, that's a false claim. Can't
well, they paid me
prove
handsomely
nothing.
for it.
Can't prove nothing.
Oh,
Can't prove
side
nothing.
door.
I work for my money. What?
All right. I'm sorry, Decinoto. Were you trying to finish your thought, or
um.
you don't even know what it was, do you?
Well.
What do you feel about people who live off the government? No. This is not that kind of podcast.
No. All right. Well, I think that's the end of your topic, correct, Adam?
Whoa.
I mean, I don't know if anybody else had anything else to say, and I feel like I would determine the ending of my topic. But yeah, I guess.
Okay,
Power
good.
move.
Power.
Can you repeat the
Hey, man,
It was
I
it was if
can.
they could sustain themselves, right?
It's not only if they can sustain themselves. Do you think they will ever back down from offering everything as day one?
Hmm.
Because I honestly think you can't put money into Starfields, like a bunch of Starfields, like they have with this game. You can't keep doing that for every game because not every
Oh,
single one's going to be a
absolutely not.
success. So what? Basically, I'm kind of comparing it to like how streaming services have been. As soon as they put money into a show, if they want to put more money into that show, they will do it. But if it doesn't hit the numbers, then the season's gone. Like, are we going to see less and less sequels as time goes on? I think could be a greater thing, like a greater topic on a whole. But just on a personal level, do you think Game Pass will always be everything as day one on Game Pass, or do you think they will start to limit some things?
I mean, they've been like shoving the day one down people's throats for so long. Like, if they go back on their word, everybody's gonna be like, hey, you said day one.
Okay.
Where's my day one?
Yeah. So you think it's too late for them to back down?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they've been backing down from things like Xbox Series S, so I don't
Yeah,
know why that would be any different.
That's why I'm with Kevin with what he said. Like, it literally starts with that. You back down once, and then all of a sudden it snowballs. And then that snowball's turned into Jack Frost, and it's your dead dad, played by Michael Keaton as a snowman.
Mm. I don't know that.
Guess not. But yeah, I mean, Kevin, you got anything else to say on this?
No.
Great.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
then I'm done. Yeah, that's the end of the topic. I think we're all kind of on the same-ish kind of a page, and, you know, shit could happen, shit couldn't, you know? Fuck them.
I can't wait for Starfield to come out in under an 80.
Honestly, Kevin, it doesn't even matter what it comes out as.
Why not?
Everyone's going to try it. Everyone's made up their opinion on it.
Everyone's gonna try it, but it's gotta run like shit, so Microsoft gets more, I don't know what, shoved up them.
Oh.
But there's also a lot of people who go off of Metacritic and be like, oh, this is not a 90 plus. I'm not gonna play it.
I couldn't play 90% of the games I've played. If I went
Or
by,
like-
are they a 90 plus?
All I know is,
Or
I
they'll
can't
just
wait.
feed off of reviewers and be like, oh, this ain't for me. If this guy doesn't like it, I won't like it.
I mean, there's a couple of reviewers that I know I agree with, and I check out their reviews.
I can't wait for the review game. Once Starfield's out, I can't wait to hear the user review that Adam finds.
Oh, we're gonna have a special episode. Don't you worry, Kevin. We're gonna have a special one.
Oh.
Is it Starfield or is it another Bethesda title? You decide.
Oh God.
It's glitchy.
Oh, well.
Trick question. It's every Bethesda title, including Starfield. Whoa!
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, all right, cool.
Alrighty
Coolio.
All right, folks, that's another episode of Crafting a Chat.
Now
in
wait a
the
minute.
books.
Yeah.
Now wait a minute.
Now wait a minute.
Waiting 1 minute.
I thought you had rumors last week that we passed over or some shit.
No,
Or am I
no, never.
misremembering?
Never, no. I don't have rumors anymore. I don't do that shit.
Kevin, that was 2 weeks ago.
Was it 2 weeks ago? Damn.
Yeah, because last week I
Yeah.
decided I wouldn't shit on Genesis anymore, remember?
This is your chance. You can make Adam a liar. All you have to do is start up.
What?
He wants you to read off rumors, so it triggers me into yelling at you, I guess. But I already told everyone that I'm not doing that anymore.
Adam turned over a new leaf.
I don't know, I just didn't want to do it anymore. I think I'm just getting nicer as the years go on.
No, you're not. Come on. Where's that Adam?
I don't know.
Turn the leaf back over.
No, it can't be. The leaf is undone.
What?
Leaf.
What does that mean?
The leaf has been fucked.
The leaf has been fucked.
I don't want to know what that means.
The other side is covered in cum, Kevin.
I don't wanna.
And due to the nutrients from the semen in the cum, Kevin, the leaf has healed. And there's
What?
nothing underneath the leaf.
The hell kind of. Are you okay?
Kevin, I'm not good with metaphors, all right? I'm not good with them, all right? You know?
You got the heroin you're shooting up? What's going on over
Nah,
there?
I'm just not good with metaphors.
Alright, Genesis, what's that code for?
I wasn't coughing.
That was Decinoto.
What?
Bless you.
Thanks.
All right, well, that's another
Wasn't
episode of crafting a chat in the books. We will see you guys next week, same time, same place. Don't buy Game Pass.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Don't. God. Just set the U.S. on fire. Just start rioting again. Set the U.S. on fire. We need it because this place is horrible.
Enjoy your Labor Day if you live in the U.S.
No, wait. You know what? Do that. Set the U.S. on
when's
fire,
that?
but also make sure
Monday.
you're holding Trump signs.
Oh, we're off Monday?
Yes.
Yeah.
And also
Should be.
get rid of Biden, please. Just take him out of there. The guy needs to
Get rid
rest.
of
He's
everybody.
tired.
Let's bring Bernie in.
Yeah, let's just
Kevin, don't tempt me like that.
Let's just bring Kanye West in, guys. Just bring
Oh,
Kanye.
dear Lord, no.
I think he'll be a great leader, okay? A weird thing, right? I was walking out of my store today, going across the street, right?
no.
And a lady
Yeah.
pulled out of a parking lot and looked at me and took a double take. And then looked at me and said, "Are you Kanye West?" And I go, "Excuse me?" And she goes, "You just look like Kanye West." I had to take a double take to remember to see if you actually were him. And she's like, "Do you get that a lot?" And I was like, "No." What? I go, "I don't know who you think you are. I am not who you think I am. I'm actually," and that's the end of the Crafting a Chat. We'll see you guys next week, same time, same place, twitch.tv/crafting a chat, youtube.com. So starting too late, but 2 hours. Take care, everybody. See you later, and go fuck off, you stupid pieces of political shits.
Bye, everybody. Let's send out a positive note, you stupid pieces of fucking political shits.